Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne. So what's good, y'all? I don't know why the hell this thing will not leave. Okay, there we go. So I was like, what the hell? So I'm back. I'm back streaming again. Back like I never left. I did have to take a small hiatus because my camera was fucked up, okay? My DSLR screen on the camera was not working, so I had to... Why does hat look damn crooked? Okay. So I had to get it fixed, and, you know, we're shipping the parts in from China because I ain't finna, you know, send it to Sony and them take months for it to get back to me. I just go to my homeboy and he fixes it. We're shipping the parts from China, and the parts take well, not forever, but it took a few weeks. But we finally got the part in, and now I can see myself in the camera. I can see the DSLR screen. So we're good. We're gonna be having some epic streams. I'm gonna be back on my bullshit. And we're going to try and also get the TikTok live stream going as well. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but we are going to get it going. Eventually, I just got to, you know, get some back end stuff going. But nevertheless, we got to talk about ABBA. Oh, dirty dick ABBA. He done did it again. He done did it again. He got another bitch pregnant. He got another bitch pregnant while lecturing men and trying to tell men that we this and we that, and you need to take care of your responsibilities and you need to grow up and be a man and all this kind of stuff. Well, guess what? Dirty Dick ABBA got caught in the pussy again, okay? And he got caught in one of the worst ways because the woman that is accusing him is putting out videos. Not only is she putting out videos, but let me read her bio of her YouTube channel because she's putting him on blast. Apparently, he's been sending her cease and desist, and it is just getting ugly. It's getting nasty. ABBA's loose dick has gotten him into some situations that he can't defend. And
unfortunately, that's what's going on. And he was lecturing Fresh and Fit. He was lecturing Fresh and Fit, especially when Myron first had that pregnancy slash assault scare that turned out to be nothing, and then Fresh ended up getting the Asian bitch pregnant, and it turned out to be nothing. So now it's his turn. And like I always say, guys who try and grandstand and say, oh, well, the red pill's this, the red pill's that. The dudes who are fighting the most against the red pill are the main, like, dudes who are like scumbags in real life. Like, they're the ones who be, in their real life treating bitches crazy and shit like that. You know, as far as being red pill aware, like, we already know what the fuck it is. Like, we know how not to get crashed out on by women. We know how to maneuver in this game, but a lot of these dudes, man, they are definitely taking L's. So Abba, actually, I just looked up the girl's Instagram and it's gone. So Abba is putting pressure on this chick, so much so that her Instagram is no longer here. So he made the bitch delete her Instagram because his following is so heavy on IG. So we're gonna get okay. So if you look at her bio on YouTube, a whole bunch of red flags: human rights, women and children, black and brown and indigenous. Like, I guess she's mixed. People are saying that she's mixed. Studying languages: Russian, French, Mandarin, Spanish, Arabic, and more. Making worldwide friends and writing them letters. Learning about my worldly friends' culture, share it with me, or please. My hobbies: art museums, calisthenics, shooting, photography, Muay Thai, and more, and volunteering for the community. So, I mean, she does nothing. Basically, she ain't got no job. I live to learn. I don't want to live in a world that is closed off. What brings me the most joy is meeting different people and learning from them. The most beautiful thing about our planet is the vast abundance of diversity. There's so much to know. And it sounds good, but you can kind of tell she's a little bit of the social justice warrior esque. So you're already going to know that she's going to come with that. She's trying to, like, if she feels like she is wrong, she's going to come and bring it to social media, and she's going to embarrass your ass. I mean, or at least try and take some shots at the throne. And Abba is definitely on his high horse. His high horse. He's definitely on the top of the YouTube game. But this is hurting his credibility because him and preach, no pun intended, accountability. So they're the accountable channel. Yes, men are gotta be accountable, and men gotta do this, and men gotta do that. But in his own personal life, not only is he raw dogging hoes, but he's getting bitches pregnant. And then, like, the fact that he's getting hoes pregnant and then also lecturing men about not getting bitches pregnant. And then he's like open about his, resistance to condom usage. And then he's surprised that he getting hoes pregnant. And then he's also telling them that, oh, I've got a medical condition where I can't get a bitch pregnant. So he just lying all the way around. But he's one of the guys who preach accountability. He's one of the guys who talk against the red pill and say, hey, well, the red pill guys are this, that, and the third, and these guys need to get a reality check, and have you ever talked to a woman in real life and touch grass and all this kind of stuff. And it's just funny to me because Abba, you have no place to talk. You got no room to talk, brother. You don't you stick to reacting to Jubilee videos because you can't really hold nobody accountable when your life is not in order. I mean, I can understand Abba want to go out and he's fucking hoes and all this kind of, okay, cool. But at least wrap it up. At least don't get the bitch pregnant. At least don't tell her that you can't get bitches pregnant and then get her pregnant. At least don't push for an abortion. At least don't, do all this kind of stuff to posture yourself. Like, it's just like you're doing too much at this point. And I was actually initially, I was defending Abba from the other bitch because I mean, I wasn't necessarily defending him, but I was like, yo, like here's some points in her what she's saying that aren't really consistent, and I was critiquing her a lot. We're gonna critique this one too, but now we're losing grace for Abba, and that's one of the saddest things because I wanted to say, oh man, these hoes is crazy. They on Abba. Da, da, da. Can't even do it. Can't even do it. Can't even do it. So yeah, we are live, guys. We're streaming on Instagram. We're streaming on Rumble. We're streaming on Kick. We're streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on YouTube, and we're streaming on X. Not from my Reclaim Your D1 channel, unfortunately, because I still don't have third-party streaming privileges on Reclaim D1. I don't know what's going on. StreamYards told me that I was blacklisted from live streaming on that particular channel, so I created another channel. I stream from that channel, but it's still not Reclaim. It's my other BGZM News 17 channel, which y'all guys already know about, where I do like true crime, the black version. And yeah, man, it's just it's some bullshit. But anyways,
Also sent
because
him a voice note.
if I was streaming on Reclaim, then we would be going up all the way. We'd be going up. So okay, let's get into this chick's I guess allegations against Abba. This is the first video she ever put out. It was 3 months ago. And I guess it's some dude, some other streamer who's, you know, and I don't want to get this nigga free clout. So let's just fast forward. I think she might have DM'd him, text messages in the background, whatever. Okay, it says, what is this then? Besides not having a label, he told me before and after meeting that we are romantically exclusive. So it says, I'm not sad, but just for clarity, we are exclusive and together. Yeah, I'm yours and you are mine. I don't remember if I asked in person or if that was a dream I had. Damn, so she already having dreams about this nigga. That's how you know, like, Abba was fucking a bitch. And then he says, I don't mind if my thing is, yeah, we are exclusive, and then I'm not seeing other people. She says, okay, I see. He says, seems you're not happy about that. She says, I don't understand being intimate and exclusive, but not being in the beginning of a relationship. It's just the label, question mark.
I don't mind if, well, my thing is,
oh, she got the voice recorder. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. She got the voice recorder. Oh, Abba. Oh, Abba, you cook, nigga. You cook? That bitch got the voice recording on this shit. Oh, damn. Hold up. Hold up. What did I tell y'all? Men, I continue to tell you. Modern women love embarrassing men on social media. It's embarrassing. And Abba is not held to account by anyone in his life, but Mr. Preach. Abba is not held accountable by anyone in his life, but Mr. Preach. That's the only nigga in his life that can tell him what to do. As a matter of fact, Abba and Preach said they ain't even friends. We not friends. We might have started off as friends, but this is a business arrangement. And Abba, you fucking up the business. That's what Preach gonna tell him. You fucking up the business, nigga. All up in these hoes' DMs, telling them you can't get bitches pregnant, telling them you got, you know, some condition where you can nut in a bitch and not get her pregnant. I don't know what type of condition that is, Mr. Abba. I don't know what kind. Got me fooled, because last time I checked, you know what I'm saying? You drop something off in there, you're going to come back with a delivery in a few months. So, let's listen up.
I don't mind if, well, my thing is, yeah, we are exclusive and that I'm not seeing other people. I'm not talking to anyone else, and I don't want to. Like I said to you before, I generally am somebody who's kind of singular in that regards. So that's pretty normal to me. But saying I'm in a relationship feels a bit too soon. And I say that because, well, we've been talking for 3-4 weeks. We've only spent like 2 to 3 days together. The reason why I don't like the idea of saying I'm in a relationship or putting it that way is that I don't have yet to make that kind of commitment label wise. But behaviorally, I think I understand from your perspective. You're saying you're taking this seriously. I am too. But because I'm taking it seriously, I don't feel comfortable saying I'm in a relationship yet. For me to say I'm in a relationship with somebody would mean that I'm, comfortable telling about these people to my family, my friends, or all this stuff, and I'm not. And the reason why is that it feels way too soon, too fast for that. But, on the other side, I don't want you to think that I'm taking it lightly. I'm not. That's why I can say I'm exclusively talking to you. I'm romantically interested in you. I'm not sleeping around in that. So, I don't know if that kind of clears it up for you, if that feels like the answer you don't want, but I also don't want to lie to you and say, yeah, I'm in a relationship. And then, we spend another 3-4 days together and it doesn't work out. Like, I don't like that idea. That seems very empty. So, yeah, let me know how you feel about that answer.
Oh, why does nigga sound like he talking to HR? Why he sound like he talking to his customer service representative? What the hell? This nigga is hella formal with a bitch. This nigga is hella formal with a bitch. I mean, this is just absolutely hilarious. But this is a hypocrisy that you're going to see from anybody posturing that holier than thou, I know how to treat a bitch rhetoric. The realest niggas keep it a buck. Realest niggas keep it a bean. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be cool. I might pay for this. She might pay for that. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna pay for everything, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna pay for everything. It's just wherever the bills fall. Wherever niggas feel, oh shit, I'm hurting this week. Oh yeah, pick up the tab. Like, I was the type to say, oh well, you gotta treat a woman like this and do it. Look, bro, there's not really a guideline to say boom, boom, bap, this what you gotta do. But Abba loves to posture himself as holier than thou, as if he comes without flaws in this dating space. And we see that Abba is heavily flawed. He's literally doing one of the main things you was told not to do since high school when it comes to having intercourse. I mean, this is basic sex ed. I mean, wear a condo, pull out, hell. be ready for the consequences. And he's not ready for none of that, yet he was lecturing fresh about him allegedly getting the Asian bitch pregnant. So let's keep going. Okay, so that was the last message. I thought.
How you feel about that answer?
Another voice message. So it says, okay, that's just the same message zoomed in. All right. So we got that out the way. That was 3 months ago. She had a series of videos that she also put out. Now she's doing a Q&A. So here we go. We got a Q&A about Abba and, well, not preach, but Abba and his I guess resistance to pulling out. Let's listen up.
Here are the questions that you guys asked me. Also, shout out to Momo. I hope you're doing good. Figolo. That's a cute name. He or she says, Abba said publicly many times that he doesn't believe in God or religion, even when his mom tried. But he said he picked Libby because she was a woman of God, and has said he's dated conservative when liberal women weren't feeling his views. What did Abba ever say to you about faith or tradition? Now, I don't believe that we ever talked about religion or faith. I'm not necessarily a religious person. I would say that I'm spiritual, but not like the, collecting crystals and shit. I don't know how to explain it. It's more of a feeling. And I did grow up Christian. I grew up going to church with my grandmother and other family members, my cousins and whatnot, but we never really talked about faith or tradition. It was never really a topic of conversation. Abba posts his mom a lot. His fans thinks it's sweet. But when Libby liked one of those posts, he immediately started flirting in her DMs. Did he ever talk about his mom with you? And if so, what did that make you think of how he views women? He didn't.
Yo, these are just funny questions because you can tell they're majority coming from women who are kind of seeing Abba for who he is and his ways. Shout out to the homie Van Lee. He says she's biracial. Yes, apparently, her mama black. Okay, her mama black. So she's black allegedly, but she's hella white. Hella white. But she is biracial apparently.
Talk too much about his mom. I would ask questions here and there, but it's just conversation. He would send, photos of her when he would hang out with her and take her out places. It did influence my way of thinking, generally speaking.
So that's sentimental game 101. The nigga Abba taking pictures with his mama, sending pictures to the bitch. Oh yeah, me and my mom, we chilling, da da da, whatever, using his mom as a prop to get hoes. I mean, I get it, but I mean, a lot of people would see that as sleazeball shit, especially if you're not gonna take the woman seriously. Now, do I think it's fair game to, use Ma Dukes as a prop to get bitches, to get hoes? I mean, if you got to do what you got to do, but I don't think it was necessary for Abba to do this. It's just that that's his way of getting a bitch invested into his life. And now he can use my Dukes as an excuse too. Like, oh yeah, I be with my mama all the time, and mama said I gotta do this, and so I can't meet you this weekend. Meanwhile, he's meeting with another bitch. So that's probably how Abba is playing it there. Van Lee says the biracials with black mamas are dangerous. Hey man, for real though. Another person said, why is anyone surprised Abba recklessly crashing through floors? He almost 40 with no kids and probably $100,000 per month rolling in from YouTube. Exactly. And he's hurting Preach's pockets because this hurts their credibility and their ability to critique other content creators, which is the whole mantra of their channel.
Man is treating his mother right. Wouldn't he treat his woman right too? That's kind of where I was coming from. I hope that answers your question.
So you heard what she said. Because she saw how endearing he was to his mom, she believes that, oh, because he treats his mom well, doesn't that mean he'll treat his woman right? It's so funny when women think that, like, you not Ma Dukes. Like, Ma Dukes is above you. So when it comes to a pecking order, when it comes to a hierarchy, yes, he may treat his mom well and all that kind of stuff, but you ain't never finna get the treatment that his mama get. You're just not.
Abba also told you he wanted monogamy with you and exclusive sex without a condom. How quickly into your chatting did Abba start talking about sex? What date did he send the explicit? Okay, let me just. It's a lot of questions. How quickly in your chatting did Abba start talking about sex? So we didn't sext. I don't do sexting.
So she doesn't do sexting, apparently. I found this as early as March 26th. Notice his tone changed quickly. So he says, but I promise good dick, chill company, fun chats, and honesty. You're welcome, you filthy animal. She said, not like a ONS type situation or type of thing, though. Yeah, ONS. ONS? What the fuck is an ONS? Not like an ONS. Oh, one night stand. Oh, shit. Not like a one night stand type of thing, though. He said, course not. You think I'm going to do all this shit for a one night stand, LMAO? Logistically, this ain't the most easy. Imagine talking to someone for weeks doing long distance for a one night stand. She said, I don't think that it's not what I meant. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to come off like that. It was rude. I should have asked a different question. Did I upset you? I'm sorry I messed up with that one. Ask was a reflex and I didn't think about it. I hope you're not too annoyed. So she's definitely apologetic for I guess asking if he was thinking of her more of a one-night stand or something continued.
Now, I'll send some cute little pictures here and there, but no, there's nothing with nudity.
We would flirt through text sometimes, but in my opinion, sexting is useless and boring, also dangerous.
Nothing really vulgar. There was no vulgar text, so...
Okay, so my brain cells holding each other together. Need me to help you stop thinking? She said, yeah. He said, hard to think with circulation cut. She said, waking up earlier than 10 a.m. is my goal this week. So she completely disregarded that. And he's sending MMA images of men putting other men in leg locks with one man suffocating into another man's crotch with a face full of dick. What the hell is we doing, Abba? This nigga he got a weird sense of humor, dog.
We never really talked about...
I do recall him getting turned on from flirting, but if he had to rub one out, I'd leave him to it. Damn.
About sex like that, like, so explicitly. What date did he send the explicit video? I'll have to go and check. But it was through Instagram.
So, Abba is known for sending videos of himself masturbating and bussing, and he sends this to bitches, just like Callie said. So this is some freak-a-leak shit. I don't understand this, and why he does this. I guess he's just that freaked out. But that is what Callie alleged, that Abba will send masturbation videos. I mean, that's some weird shit, my nigga.
Instagram, and it was one of those like disappearing videos you can only view it once. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, he was sending me pictures of meals of like salmon and asparagus and shit, and he was saying like, this is foreplay. And then he sent the video afterwards, and I wasn't expecting it, so when I clicked on it, all I saw was dick. How often did he have girl, I don't know, with you knowing he could get a woman pregnant out of a girl? Who counts?
Multiple times until she was sore and it wasn't enjoyable anymore. So he was fucking her all day, all night.
Who counts? How often? Oh, I know you weren't being rude. Don't worry, I'm not mad at you. But that was a funny question. What were Abba's words and tone when you asked if he had a breeding fetish?
What were Abba's words and tone when you asked him if he had a breeding fetish?
Offended. He was like, that's disrespectful. It was a phone.
So she said he got offended.
Phone call. I asked him, I was like, is this a breeding fetish? Like, be honest. And he got offended. He said that I was being disrespectful, and then I started crying, and then I apologized. Throughout this whole time being with him, I've apologized to him so much. It's insane. Like, he gets offended by everything. He gets triggered by... Let me stay on topic. Was Abba coming for me spiritually? That was him choking me. Was a multimillionaire. Is he really? He's a multimillionaire? But he harassed Libby for like 10K.
So she didn't know that he was a multimillionaire. Is he really? Stop the cap. I mean, come on. There's no way you didn't know Abba was having his way.
He freely spent, for 10K, he freely spent on flights to stay at her spot and called her a deadbeat partner. Bro, he's the deadbeat. He's the deadbeat. Come on, be so for real. You said you left the relationship with out-of-pocket costs for travel and miscarriage. The only out-of-pocket cost that I paid for, my passport, and it was the 24-hour service that you have to go to Washington, D.C. So I drove 5 hours. 5 hours, guys, 5 hours. 5 hours. Who the fuck would drive 5 hours if they're not serious about somebody? I paid for out-of-pocket costs for the medical stuff, and it was about $1,000, a little bit over that. Money I don't fucking got. What kinds of conversations and expectations around regular cost and money did he have with you for this long distance exclusive dating? We never talked about money. And look, the way that I was raised, I take money very seriously. If you're giving me a ride, I'm paying you gas money. That's the least that I can do. I take it very seriously because people work hard for that shit. And people kill over that shit too. So I don't play with people's money.
I mean, she doing the most. I get what she's saying though. She'll help a nigga out on the bills.
I care about my life. We never talked about money. I never tried to get in his wallet or anything. I never asked him about money. And we didn't have any conversations whatsoever about that. Did he offer anything for your care and comfort during miscarriage? Nope. Just text messages. He was just there. He was just like, keep me updated. Abba is a successful black man, almost 10 years older, who picked you up online. Did he ever describe his dating experiences with black women from Montreal? Oh, crap. I clicked out of it. Wait. Piccolo, don't go. Okay, women from Montreal in real life, or why they didn't work out, racial preferences or experiences. No, he never mentioned black women to me. He never did. I was the one talking about black women most of the time. Racial preferences or experiences. No, he never talked about any experiences with black women. He's never talked about racial preferences to me. Ooh, I'm black and white. I was raised by black women. So most of the time it was me talking about black women. I don't know how else to put it.
So you heard her. She said she's black and white. She was raised by a black woman. So most of the time it was her talking about black women. I don't see why black women would even come up in your relationship conversation at just dating in general. Like who just, oh, let's talk about black women today. Like what the, I don't know. But obviously a black woman asked her that. Shout out to Van Lee. He said, bro, check out this pun. Abba is not living what he preached. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. That's real though. That's real. Abba and preach. I mean, come on.
Black women are goddesses to me. I would joke with Libby and Stephanie about switching sides. You know, let's just not get into that. You know what? At this point, no. Let's just go aromantic. But thanks, Piccolo, for your questions. I don't know if that helps. EDF F3E. Has Abba tried to silence? Question mark. What was your last exchange with him? I sent him pictures of me in a purple dress, and he was like, "See, I know your colors." And then I blocked him. I got fed up, and I was like, I can't mentally handle this dude no more. He's a lot. It's like when I had my newborn. It threw me back to those stressful days where I was just like walking on eggshells all the time. And I was just like, I can't handle this shit no more. And bro was doxing girls, and he was, you know, exposing their sexual fetishes and sending other men to go sexually harass them. I was like, look, I got a little girl. I'm not going to deal with this. Watch. You're done. You're done.
So she's a single mother too. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't watch Abba and Preach like that. I did watch them for a little bit, but not enough to know his views on every single thing. But the Red Pill talks about dealing with single mothers, and Abba just completely disregarded that to bust in a woman who's already hella fertile. And look how she's living. I mean, no disrespect, but she got the wood panel walls. It's I mean, are they even wood, or is this a wallpaper? She got bars on her windows. She's got the damn cat playground. Her bed is covered in just shit, clothes and shit. She got the suitcase. She living out a damn suitcase. Like, Abba, nigga. Abba just be finding the bummest bitches who look like they give good head. I think that's Abba's type. A bum bitch who look like she give good head. Because this is, you know what I'm saying? At least she could have cleaned it up to go on the live stream. At least she could have cleaned it up to go on the live stream because, ma'am, what are we doing here? I know she got the princess dresses and all that stuff for her daughter. That's cool and all, but you can't put that in the closet? Or is this damn, you know, this wardrobe? She looking like she got the wardrobe from Narnia, except the plastic version in the corner.
Has Abba tried to silence me? Well, he can't forcefully silence me, but what he can do is try to intimidate me. And in the way he did that was by doxing my legal name. I don't go by my legal name anywhere online. I go by nicknames or aliases or just the, you know, usernames of your profiles.
Shawty said aliases, not aliases, aliases.
And he also doxed the city that my child lives in. So in a way, yes, he tried to silence me. What does your family think of the story? Are they supportive? Yes. Yes, my cousins, they know about it. They, whenever they see like videos recommended on YouTube by Abba and Preach, they cuss him out. They cuss him out. And we often talk shit about him over the phone. How do you cope with the fact that he painted the story as just relationship stuff when he put y'all in serious predicaments? Abortions, miscarriages, cyberbullying. If you want me to be completely honest on how I've been coping the last couple of months, multiple joints a day. Not anymore, of course. But when it first started happening, girl, I was fried every single day. Even the phone call that I was on with Libby and Steph, I was fried as hell. I was so baked. I just wanted to.
So she's saying she's coping with the pain of the Abba shit with marijuana, cannabis.
Dissociate. I couldn't. Look, I'm gonna start crying if I talk about it, bro. If I have to sit down and actually feel.
And this is just another example of niggas not knowing how to buy pussy. It's just another example of niggas not knowing how to buy pussy in this you know, monetized sexual marketplace. Like, but you're doing a little too much for single mother with, you know, the sleeve tattoo. Like, I mean, let's keep it a buck. You didn't have to do all that you had to do. Like, it wasn't that serious. But Abba likes finding bitches who are living like this. Like, I don't know if this a damn trailer park or, but she got bars on the windows like niggas could break in at any time.
If I actually have to think about what happened to me and to these other women, I become so dreadful. I get this dreadful feeling over me. Like I stop eating. I don't sleep well. I just give up on basic, taking care of myself. I stopped going to my acting classes. I stopped working out. I lost so much weight. I wasn't coping.
So what does it say? What does shit say? Damn, I missed it.
And actually feel. If I actually have to think about what happened to me and to these other women, I become so dreadful. I get this dreadful feeling over me. Like I stop eating. I don't sleep well. I just give up on basic, taking care of myself. I stopped going to my acting classes. I stopped working out. I lost so much weight. I
even stopped calling family for some time, and they would ask me if I'm still alive.
I wasn't coping, basically. I wasn't. I was smoking every day. Smoking J's, vaping, it was so bad. It was extremely bad. And I wouldn't leave my apartment for weeks at a time.
Yeah, shout out to Van Lee. He says, Abba not even putting this chicks on. He is trash. Canada niggas are weird. At least DDG. Smash the chicks and they upgrade their life. Lala, Ruby, etc. Yeah. When you are, especially if you're like dealing with, and I'm not gonna say she's a bad bitch, I'll say she's probably a 6. She's got nice lips, but her face is kind of weird to me. It's a little buggy, but apparently she got a decent body. When you're dealing with these chicks, bro, you gotta do a little bit more for them. Especially if you don't want them to get online and start talking shit about you. Especially if you busting all in them and then actually getting them pregnant and then saying you couldn't get a bitch pregnant. So, a lot of people are saying that's stealthing. Well, he was supposed to wear the condom and he didn't put the condom on. It's stealthing. That's what they call it. But she does clear that up and say she does clear that up and say that he didn't stealth her. Like they knew there was getting buck nasty, raw dogging. But it's still just like Abba, you have no playa in you. Like you really just don't have it in you. Like if you really wanted her to shut up, like shut the F up forever, nigga, you break her off some bread. Or you make it worth her while. Like, oh look, you got a daughter. Look, let me help you get this YouTube set up. You and your daughter make like, children's fuck. You already in the acting shit. Do some fucking, Miss Rachel shit. I don't know. I could put you on. I got 2 million subscribers. Nigga, Abba ain't putting on nobody. He ain't putting bitches on. He ain't putting niggas on. It's just Abba and Preach. He ain't pulling up, trying to bring up no content creators or nothing. It's just Abba and Preach to the death of me. Okay? And Preach is about tired of Abba, but Preach can't do it without Abba. That's the thing. Preach can't do it without Abba. He doesn't. I mean, I'm not saying he's not talented. They both feed off of each other, but he don't got what we got over here. Okay, he don't have the talent to just go off the dome, straight reaction, straight funny clips over and over again, nigga, with no notoriety, no money, still going crazy. Still streaming crazy, saying whatever the fuck we want over here. You know what I'm saying? He don't got that. He don't got that. He got that. Well, I ain't even gonna diss Preach because this ain't about Preach. But I'm not even trying to diss. I'm just saying like he don't really have the talent to sustain a live stream or sustain a video to where you laugh at everything this nigga say. You know what I'm saying?
You guys, I wasn't coping. I was dying. I was literally killing myself. And then,
so she's saying the dick got her suicidal. What she's trying to convince us is the dick got her suicidal.
The fact that this individual can get multiple women pregnant and just disappear and treat them so badly to the point where even though that they wanted to have this baby, that they wanted to hold their baby, and this person is trying to call them crazy. and this person is, you know, making fun of their reproductive health, and his friend is as well, by joking about creating a condom merchandise called Killing It Baby and Wrap It Up Son.
Damn. So she's dissing him for making the little condom jokes type shit. You know, because he did a little merch to make fun of his situation, make light of the situation, and he's trying to like craft this situation of his sexual, you know, iniquities as some type of comedy bit, and it's not really landing.
You know, the feeling that you get is, it's like, you can't be human. You can't be human. You there must be something wrong up here. And the people that support it, I think it's hilarious, that make fun of the women who have went through it. It's like, there's something wrong with you up here.
I mean, we still gonna make fun of these hoes. I mean, come on, cause let's keep it a buck. You knew what the fuck ABBA was on. This nigga is damn near 50. Nigga's damn near 50, no kids, don't believe in God, don't give a fuck about, you know, marriage, but he loves grandstanding about doing the right thing and you know, making an honest woman of her, but he won't do it himself. So, I mean, what are we doing here?
He painted it as just relationship stuff. He painted all of these women as crazy, insane, vengeful, stalkers.
Y'all hit the super chat too. Y'all hit the super chat. Show some love. Show some love.
Harassers, blackmailers. But that's not how you're supposed to move as an adult, ABBA. You're supposed to acknowledge the ways that you treat people, the way that you treat other human beings. Okay? And if you can't do that, if you mentally can't do that, you probably should get evaluated for something.
I'm dead.
Because that is sick. The cyberbullying, the encouraging people to sexually harass women, that's, you know, that's just, and the people that go through with it as well, they're also sick individuals. And I feel very bad for them. All of these people that are online and, you know, they choose sides. They it's like they're culty. They butt heads with each other all the time. I think it's dumb. Do you not have any like independence? Can you not think for yourself? Quit idolizing people. It's stupid. Media's next question was, would you say that ABBA is a misogynist? Yes, I would say that he's a misogynist, but it's more.
But you let him hit though. But you let him put his gist all up in you. So like, where does the intuition come in to where you are able to read out the quote unquote misogynist before they actually fuck? Like, where the hell is your baby daddy? I mean, was he a misogynist too? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's more of his behavior is misogynistic rather than the things that he says. His behavior and his actions towards women is more misogynistic than the things that he says, because anyone can go online.
See, so you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel a lot of these dudes are, like the Derek Jacksons and the Abbas and all that kind of stuff. Like, they may not say quote unquote misogynistic things, but they'll treat a bitch exactly how niggas are saying that they'll treat a bitch, when the niggas who are actually saying that they'll treat a bitch like this are actually tender dick. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, for example, Donovan Sharp, right? He's talking about this, that, and the third, doing this to a bitch, and then you see his situation, and in the reality, he's talking a lot of cash shit, and I'm not saying he don't live up to it, because I fuck with the nigga content, but at the same time, though, you know, he's still treating the bitch better than one of these niggas like Derek Jackson, who said, oh, well, I'm not going to cheat on my bitch, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and this is what a little boy does, and then Derek Jackson is cheating on his bitch and treating her all types of way, got her on the camera looking crazy. But, you know, at least, you know, Donovan probably snapped on the bitch a couple of times, but hell, at least the nigga's faithful. He ain't fucking no other bitches. So, and then he got her involved in his little, you know, business and shit like that, the YouTube shit. So it's just a lot of, and I've been preaching went hard at Donovan Sharp too. So a lot of the red pill guys who are actually like red pill online are actually tender dick in real life. And then like a lot of the guys who are anti-red pill or they're like, you know, pandering to women online, they're actually the guys who like hate bitches the most. And you'll see that in, or I'm not even gonna say hate bitches, but I'm just saying like they're going to be a little like in their behavior, you're gonna think that, oh yeah, this nigga hate me, but in reality, he's just a man, honestly. And at the end of the day, like, Derek Jackson can talk all this shit about not cheating and not doing this and not doing that, and what a little boy does versus what a man does. But at the end of the day, nigga, you still a man too. So the more you pandered to women, the more women wanted you. So now he's starting to see bitches is really wanting him like that. And then he folded. After a while, he folded because, you know what I'm saying? Sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. And that's something that we don't talk about because it is a scary and sensitive subject. It's an offensive subject. But the reason why Derek Jackson cheated is the reason why Joey Badass cheated, is the reason why I could go on and on. Okay, is the reason why Klay Thompson, I don't even think he actually cheated. I think that's a narrative. But let's keep going.
And say, I support women. But then when it comes to how he treats women himself, and then he goes and doxes them and their children, calls them crazy, you know, goes down the checklist of a misogynist man that, you know, doesn't give a shit about women's feelings.
And this ain't even the only video, bro. There's an hour-long video that we ain't even got to, so we gonna be here for a minute.
Experiences, bodies, whatever. He falls into all of it. He does. That's all I gotta say about that. That's just my opinion, okay? What do you think about the fact that he uses his brand to scout subscribers he finds attractive and then flies them out? Well, in hindsight,
okay, what do I think about that? It's smart. It's smart. It's what any real nigga in his situation would do. The problem is he act like he don't do it. You actually using, like, this is some shit Abba would say. You as a man, you know, you have to understand with great power comes great responsibility. And as a social media content creator where you influence this many thousands of people, and you know, you should be using your platform for better things like joining a charity or starting a 501c3 and donating to the church, and well, actually, I don't even believe in God, but donating to a cause that actually means something to your heart, not using it for social media clout and getting bad bitches or Instagram hoes. Like, that's some shit that Abba would say, and then Preach would be like, yeah, you know I'm talking about, man, like shit. Like, Preach will just jump in there and say some bullshit. Yeah, you know I'm married and shit. You know, don't get bitches. Like, that's some shit, Preach. That's some shit, Preach. Don't use your platform for bitches. Get married. So that's some shit that Preach would say. And then, you know, Abba would be on his high horse talking about, like, he don't use his platform for hoes. And then what we find out, he using his platform for hoes.
I think it's weird as fuck now. In hindsight, it's odd because, bitch, I got bars on my windows. Why the fuck you want to fly me out?
That's exactly why he wants to fly you out. You heard what she said, bitch, I got bars on my window. Why do you want to fly me out? I mean, she's cute. She's a little bug-eyed. She's cute. And she got DSLs, so that's why he wanted to fly you out, because he saw the DSLs and he was like, oh shit, clear skin, DSLs. I mean, did her baby daddy fumble though? No, probably not, because she ain't really go nowhere after the baby daddy. I mean, look, he left her with a daughter, and now she got bars in our window living in Compton or some shit. Like, what the hell? That bitch in South Central. Her shit looked like the house that was in Boys in the Hood, nigga. Like, what the fuck? This bitch living in straight gutter. And Abba picked her out like the little crane and the little machine. Picked the little bitch out. Scooped her, then dropped her ass back. No prize.
Because, bitch, I got bars on my windows. Why the fuck you want to fly me out? I should have known then. Honestly, if you are a creator, if you're very popular, if you're an influencer, honestly, just date other influencers. Because then,
yeah, but see, there's no fun in that, and honestly, that's bad advice, because you know you don't want to date a bitch who's in the same field as you, because it becomes a competition. That's just the reality. So, Van Lee says she in North Carolina. Yeah, she live in Bummy. And she shot her shot at Abba. And Abba, I mean, I know she's a single mother, but could Abba have played this a little better? Could Abba have been a little more playa? Could Abba have, you know, had a little more swag in this situation, had a little better gift of gab, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Oh, you in North Carolina, baby? Okay. You know, I see what you're saying. Yo, I'm in Canada. So, you know, I don't really know how we gonna work out the logistics of this thing, but like he made the bitch go to DC and get her passport and all this kind of. He flew the bitch out to Canada. I mean, I get it. You single, boom, boom. He want to have a home field advantage. I 100% get it. So I'm not really mad at the flying out part, but when she pull up, you gotta send her off with a Derek Jeter, you know, package or something. I mean, Abba, you making $100,000 a month, you splitting it with Preach. Hell, you couldn't get her a little gift basket. You couldn't get her a little, you know, not the newest iPad, but you know, a $250 iPad in this motherfucker. Send her off on her wishes with a farewell note and a you know, a McDonald's gift card value meal for her daughter. I mean, something. Damn, Abba. Spend some bread, nigga. I mean, come on now. You either paying up front or you paying on the back end with your reputation. And that's what you're doing right now, paying with your reputation. And it's sad that a young nigga like me is the one who have to step in and check your pimping, nigga. You see, it's sad that a young nigga like me has to step up and really poke your chest, nigga. It's sad that a young nigga like me gotta, boom, like your daddy did, poke you in the chest. Boy, you ain't no man. Flying hoes out and ain't sending them back home with a care package, nigga. Type of man is you. You better get that bitch an iPad. Or get her to sign some paperwork. Get the consent form. Get the NDA. That's what we've been talking about from day one. If you fucking a bitch, you flying her out, and you ain't getting her to sign no paperwork, boy, you playing a risky game. You playing Diddy games. You playing Diddy games. Did he do it? You playing Diddy games.
That's what it's a win-win. If you're an influencer, I think you should date other influencers because for one, it's a win-win. Like, y'all can piggyback off of each other's backs and make more money. I mean, that's all y'all really care about anyways. I never see anyone mention this. If I'm not mistaken, he DM'd each of you. Yeah, he DM'd us. He slid in the DMs. I think it's sick behavior now because us regular ass people, we don't understand what it's like to be influencers. We don't know how you're supposed to move online. We don't know the rules, and so that's why, like a dumbass, I was posting on Instagram. Because in my head, I'm like, nobody gives a fuck. Truly.
Girl, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. She should have milked that to the death. She ended up letting the harassment. See, this is what a lot of bitches go wrong. The harassment is engagement nonetheless. Like, yeah, people might be doxing you. You in North Carolina, baby, get a gun. Get a gun. If a nigga pull up, a nigga pull up. And that's a free body. I know she don't want to endanger her daughter, but Abba don't got goons like that now. Abba don't have hitters. I mean, Abba got some weirdo fucking fanboys and fangirls, but he don't got them hitters, though. I mean, it ain't like Abba is Dirk or some shit. I mean, you should have used that clout that the people flooding your comments and your, hey, keep posting, baby. Keep posting. Do the duck lips. Do the duck lips. Show your best features. See, this is why a lot of women fail when it comes to dealing with these social media influencers because they not using the moment. This your 5 minutes, baby. And time's a ticking. Girl, you better post some duck lips. You better post them silhouettes. You better do something. Instead, she went on an expose on YouTube. Ain't nobody finna watch this shit. Only reason why niggas is watching this shit because we waiting to get up on Abba's head top. Pause. Because we on Abba ass. Pause. That's the only reason why. Now, you better bring the Instagram back or she done deleted the Instagram. Trapping backwards. Bitch dumb as hell. Trapping backwards because she's getting, you know, people in her DMs and in the comments from Abba's squad. Girl, you better use that to your advantage. Get on the explore page.
Nobody gives a fuck. But people gave a fuck. And I'm learning that the hard way. So this one is cut from a different cloth 7. Hi, Kiki. Here are some questions that came to mind via your request. What have been the main takeaways, or what have you learned from this whole ordeal? Don't fuck with men no more, bitch. What have you learned about yourself from all of this?
So she said, "Don't fuck with men no more," and then listed a
This
few
whole
things.
ordeal.
Focus on your family, focus on yourself, focus on your goals, focus on your future, make more money, travel more often. Love romance is a fantasy used to ruin women's lives. Dating men has more risks than benefits. Damn. So Abba turned that bitch to a whole man hater. God damn. Hey, and this is what they talk about when they say, "Oh well, the men are ruining all the women. The high value men are ruining all the regular women." So now, from now on, any North Carolina nigga trying to talk to this bitch is getting dubbed. Any North Carolina, because Abba has done the most for this bitch than any other nigga has done. Flew her out. Made her get her own passport. Flew her out, though. Abba has done more. He couldn't even meet the bitch in New York. He had to fly her out to Canada. Abba has done more for this bitch than any other nigga. Even the nigga that impregnated her hasn't done more for her. So now she's comparing her experience with all the regular North Carolina bum ass niggas to Abba. Game's rigged, y'all.
Don't fuck with men no more, bitch. What have you learned about yourself from all of this?
But let's keep it a buck. She not just gonna stop fucking with men. Somebody hitting that.
I've learned that if I have to go through something like this again, I will get violent and I will go to jail. Okay, what were the red flags that you missed that you now know to look out for in the future? If a man says that he doesn't want a label, but he wants to fuck you immediately, run for the fucking hills and or castrate him yourself. Do you think?
Girl, you too old to be learning this lesson after your big age. I don't know how old the bitch is, but hey, after your big age, you too old to be just now learning this lesson after your girl. You got kids. This a lesson you should have learned with your first baby daddy. This a lesson you should have learned with your first baby daddy. Your first baby daddy taught you that lesson, girl. What is we talking about, baby?
Think you'll try a long distance relationship again if you no. I think I'm good on that. I don't want to date at all anymore. You guys, I told myself.
Okay. Abba done ruined this bitch too. Abba and her damn baby daddy, man. Fuck them North Carolina niggas, cause I mean she I ain't saying she a bad bitch, but she could have been somebody's bitch. Instead, she living in the hood with bars on her windows. Got her daughter living in slums, nigga. Her daughter gonna end up on Backpage if she don't get her money right. Cause she like, damn, mama, you ain't do shit for me. Guess who she gonna go in straight into the arms of a man.
Okay, this is an attempt from a place of, having a little bit of hope left. And let me tell you, that hope is in the gutters. It's in hell. So I'm not thinking about dating again in the future at all, period, point blank. I'm just not. I don't want to deal with another male. I don't want to have to deal with wondering if he's lying, wondering if he's telling the truth, wondering if he's really doing what he's doing. Because let me tell you this. After this experience, if I go into another relationship or if I try to date somebody else, I'm going to be controlling. And I'm going to be strict. I'm going to put him in an apron gown. Because he's going to be cooking for me.
So now the only person who can deal with this woman is a simp who's bending over backwards, who is surrendering his masculinity to her. Y'all see how this cycle goes? Now, if Abba would have just sent this hoe home with a care package, she wouldn't have got with the other bitches and shared notes like the damn Avengers, and the next nigga would have been fine. She would have just looked at it, okay, this was a cool experience, quick nut. First time going out the country, quick nut with Abba, boom, back to reality. Up, there goes gravity. If Abba would have just sent her home with a care package and a signed NDA, none of this would be happening. But Abba's so tender dick that he can't even get the bitch to sign paperwork. Nigga, you're the type of nigga who can get a bitch to sign paperwork. Bitch, I'm famous. Huh. You think you just gonna fuck with a rich nigga? Yeah, I might have slid in your DMs, but I'm gonna need one requirement for you to pull up. I'm gonna need this one requirement. I'm gonna need your John Hancock. I'm gonna need your John Hancock before I give you this cock. That's what Abba should have said. Bitch, I'm famous. You finna pull up without an NDA? Bitch, please. Okay, before I call my other bitch. That's the timing Abba should have been on. That's the timing Abba should have been on. But he can't even get a bitch to sign it. Why can't these niggas get bitches to sign NDAs? Shannon Sharp couldn't do it. Respect to Unc, though. I fuck with Unc. I fuck with Unc, but he couldn't get the bitch to sign the NDA. Y'all niggas are famous. How? How are y'all not able to? It's because your mouth game. It's because your mouthpiece. It's because your gift of gab. It's because you a little too tender. It's because you ain't have that patience. It's because you ain't have the patience to say, oh, she don't want to sign the NDA? Okay, boom. Okay, baby, you have a nice day. Boom. Now you got her wondering, damn, what all comes with the NDA? What am I have to do with the NDA? What's the penalty for the NDA? Well, can I have my lawyer look over it? When a bitch say, oh, can I have my lawyer look over it? She ain't having her damn lawyer look over it. She just gonna try and read it herself. She ain't gonna understand the shit. She gonna sign it. Oh, if I talk, it's $250,000 worth of penalty. Okay, boom. Oh, shit. This some NDA, dude. This shit gonna be good. That's what she gonna be thinking. Nigga, how are y'all not able to get these hoes to sign NDAs? Y'all are not P. You're not P, bro. You're not P, Abba. You're not, bro. You're not. You couldn't convince her to sign the NDA. That's not P, bro.
And I will wear the wife beater shirt. And knowing that about myself now, I'm just like, let me, for everyone's safety, for everyone's well-being and safety, and for mine as well, and because I don't want to go to jail, let's just not date anymore. Let's just not date anymore. Let's not have sex anymore either. Like, I never.
Girl, now you know you ain't finna go celibate. Nah, stop it. I understand Abba done hurt you. I understand he done broke your little heart. If anything, a bitch like this, she'll get somebody come munch on it. She'll get a little dyke bitch to come munch on it. I done seen it time and time again. She'll get a little dyke bitch to come munch on it before she go in 6 months without some dick. She said, hey, if it ain't dick, it's gonna be the strap. I bet you that. If it ain't dick, it's gonna be the strap. You really think Shorty finna go? Please, man, please.
I've never had any benefit from dating a man. I'm being dead ass serious. If I tell you guys,
damn, her daughter in the corner, like, what, what'd you just say, mama? What? You ain't had no benefit. Ain't even me. Damn, you can't even say, oh, the only thing that came good out of dating a man is my daughter. She couldn't even say that.
What I've been through with men, it will give you whiplash. You'll understand why I'm saying the things that I'm saying right now. Okay, I was held hostage once. One guy who dealt with me got banned from the United States for 10 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
So she's saying that. She's saying it make a nigga go crazy. She's saying the head game make a nigga go crazy. Is that what she's saying?
And then, as you all know, my child's father tried to put his hands on me when I was pregnant, and I smacked the hell out of him.
Baby daddy tried to put it. Okay, so he was a bitch ass nigga. I mean, if he tried to put hands on you and then this little 115-pound woman was able to slap the hell out of him and he didn't, Stone Cold Steve Austin her, I mean, he must have been a little nigga too.
And called the police. The amount of shit, the bullshit that I've been, and then not even counting the ones that have cheated on me with, like, for one, the military guy, he cheated on me with a minor, a 15-year-old.
Military nigga cheated on her with a minor? God damn. Nah, that's crazy though. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm so good. So it's no more dating for me. No more sex, no more dating, no more men. Because I know I will put my hands on them next time and I don't want to go to jail. Have people that you haven't spoken to in a while figured out you were the kiki involved in this mess. There's nobody in my life that doesn't know about this. Because I told him from day one. I was like, hey, bitch, listen to this.
Boy, she a chatterbox too, nigga. You fucked up without the NDA, Abba. She about to tell every nigga in North Carolina. They get this story gonna go from Greensboro to Charlotte. Nigga, hey. This story gonna go to Greensboro to Charlotte. You might end up in South Carolina the way this hoe talking. Ooh, Abba, you in trouble.
Listen to this. Let me tell you about this dude. What are you doing to help yourself work through all of this and deal with the stress that the situation has caused in your life? Well, as you know, I moved out of my old apartment in North Carolina and I came back to live with family because, well, I just didn't feel safe. And I was slowly killing myself over there because I was so depressed that I was letting myself starve and die.
Oh, okay. So she moved back to grandma's house. This grandma's house. Okay, I get it now. This grandma's house, it was built in 1948. It still got the wood panel walls and the bars. You know what I'm saying? On the on the window from Jim Crow. Okay, I get it now.
And like everything that you're supposed to do as a human.
Back then Black folks said the older black folks, they put bars on their window not because they was getting robbed, because they was having bricks thrown through their damn windows in North Carolina.
And to take care of yourself, I wasn't doing. I really was.
I remember grandma telling me them stories. Baby, you know why we got the bars on the window?
Wasn't. And I told myself, I have to be here to take care of my kid. And I have to make a change. Like, I have to do something different. I have to sit down with myself, stop smoking all this weed, and actually actually sit down by myself and think about the shit that I've went through, let it all out, try to figure out what I can do different next time.
Damn, and she's smoking, her lips still pink? Damn, I ain't gonna lie, did her baby daddy fumble? Hey, did her baby daddy fumble? She's smoking gas and her lips still pink. Oh, I think a baby daddy fumble, bruh.
And I've come to those conclusions by coming back home to be with family and, you know, being surrounded by the people that you love and that actually love you and care about you and your well-being, and go from there. You know, you got to take it step by step every single day. It's not something that you can just heal from immediately. You know, it's like you go through a miscarriage, you go through intense online stalking and harassment. This creator who has millions and millions of followers is doxing women. He doxes your kid. You're bleeding heavily, and every single period afterwards has been brutal. Like, I'm dealing with all of this. I'm having heart palpitations, heart racing. I still have trouble eating because I'm just not thinking about it. I just don't think about it, and I don't have the hunger. And so you just...
Oh, Lord. Abba got this whole Lewis in her mind. Lord, Abba, say it ain't so.
You have to take it step by step every single day, because y'all don't realize how actually traumatizing this shit is. Like, the stuff that Abba is putting women through, it's traumatizing. And y'all like to kiki and joke and shit online, but this is real life. This is...
So now that the story is out, now that Loose Dick Abba is known for being loose dick, he ain't wearing no condoms, he impregnating bitches and telling them get abortion, is that gonna stop women from dealing with old Abba? Is that gonna start, you know, get women to say, hey, let me do a little Google search? Or is that gonna start getting women to say, he's so tender? And I've seen other YouTubers report that he making $100,000 a month. Let's go to his social blade. Oh, Abba, we finna start counting your pockets, nigga. Oh, Abba, we finna start counting your pockets, big dog. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, big Abba. We about to start counting your pockets, nigga. So 2.26 million subscribers. Honestly, they don't have... Okay, so they got his monthly earnings of up to 51,000. They done slowed down. They done slowed down because Abba has hurt the business. Abba has hurt the business. Abba slowed down the business. So they only making 51,000 monthly now, but at the top of their game, they was making at least 100,000 a month. So is that going to inspire women to start saying, hey, maybe I should just fuck with Abba and then let him get me pregnant, and then this time I'm not going to abort it, and then I'm going to get his ass on some child support? The story's out on Abba, so the next bitch that he fuck with, he going to have to be very careful.
Real life. People can get sick. People can die. People can develop mental illnesses because of that man. Take this shit seriously. These creators are pieces of shit. All of them. All of them. I don't give a fuck who you support. All of them are pieces of shit. They just want to benefit their own channels. They just want to make more fucking money. And that's it. They don't actually give a shit about humanity. They don't. And they say, by the way, this whole thing is very interesting, and there are so many lessons to be learned from all of this for everybody, not just those of you directly involved. And we're still wishing you the best. Well, thank you, cut from a different cloth. Yes, there is a lot to learn. And if Abba doesn't learn from this, I think he's just mentally stunted. Like, he's already pushing 40, and he's been doing this for years. He's never evolved. It's sad.
Boom. So that ain't good, Abba. He got destiny on his ass. He got destiny on his ass. Damn. He got Destiny making videos about him. Because remember, Abba damn near took Destiny's bitch. And Abba damn near took Destiny's bitch. So now she made a compilation video exposing Abba's hypocrisy and posted on her channel. So let's watch this. So she's on Abba's ass right now, y'all. She ain't letting up.
There's a certain level of hypocrisy there that just makes like the whole thing just seems like such a flamboyant joke.
For years, Abba Atlas built a reputation as one of YouTube's moral commentators. He's criticized creators like Fresh and Fit for hypocrisy. He's criticized Destiny for his personal life as well.
Destiny's getting canceled.
Abba has positioned himself as someone who values honesty, accountability, and respect, especially when it comes to relationships and how men treat women. But over the last several months, a different picture has started to emerge. Viewers should ask themselves whether the standards Abba has spent years applying to everyone else should also apply to him. Because when you compare what he says...
No, there's a lot about the way that he kind of goes about his work and his personal life that makes it very difficult to want to be close to it. Even then fuck them within a short amount of time. It's like you're reinforcing a lot of the stereotypes that a lot of this misogyny comes from. Evidence is not in your favor. And I can't rely on what you're going to say. I'm going to rely on your past and your history. And what I see is another more failing where it's like, when no one's watching, you're not doing the right thing. Sorry, that's fucking garbage behavior, okay? It just is. Call it a spade. It's garbage behavior. Don't mush it over because you like your favorite streamer. Don't mush it over because you think he's important politically. It's garbage behavior. For all the bad things that are happening to Destiny, I don't feel bad. And I've always been very vocal about the fact that I think he's very fucking dysfunctional with how he handles his dating life, with how he prioritizes pleasure over everything else. He prioritizes his own selfish desires over other people's well-being, over what's good for his business and his career. You know, constantly.
Oh my God. Now, I didn't know he said all of this about the fruitcake Destiny. And, you know, Destiny is known for debating. He's known for masturbating. No, I'm just kidding. Destiny is known for, you know, doing some weirdo shit, on some gay shit, on some all LGBT da-da-da-da-da shit. But Destiny is really good at running his mouth. And he stays on stream like 24/7. So he not only has a gripe with Abba because Abba damn near took his bitch Melanie and was dancing with her on stream right in front of his face, damn near about to kiss a bitch. But he doesn't like Abba because Abba like got his, you know, got involved in some other shit with another bitch who was accusing Destiny Pixie of you know, revenge corn and all this kind of stuff. So it's very messy over there. And Abba was trying to lecture Destiny of how he, you know, maneuvers in his romantic relationships and his sex life and all this shit. And then this is just like cannon fodder for Destiny.
Having poor relationships with women over a long period of time, or in other situations, STDs, different things like that. Eventually that hedonism comes back to bite them in the life.
So he want to talk about STDs, but he over here fucking bitches raw and not giving a damn.
They also recognize they could have invested that time a lot. I would tell my friends and I would warn them beforehand, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. You go and do it. Hey, man, that's your problem, bro. You know, if there's anything that this situation and that most of the people in these online spaces have taught me is that these are not serious people. The problems are not serious. The way they engage with relationships is not serious. Y'all some fucking losers. You realize like this is a story.
So you're the loser too then, bitch ass nigga. Like, here's the thing. Like, when we talk about dating and relationships, we talk about the mistakes a nigga could have made and the things that he could have done right. And yes, we gonna have fun with it too. But I'm here on some teaching shit like, yo, bro, where's the NDA? Where's the consent form? Where's your paperwork? Niggas is scared of paperwork. That's why they failing. That's why these hoes are able to go back and yap, yap, yap. You don't hear no bitches coming back talking about how Leonardo DiCaprio's dick was, how he didn't, you know, wear a condom. You don't hear nothing about that. Why? Because he getting them to sign the paperwork.
About socially retarded people, mentally ill people, all engaging in sexual behaviors and sexual, and they're not ready for it. But if there's one thing that nobody would ever say about Destiny is that he makes good personal life dating decisions. Okay, no, if everyone consents, it's fine, but it's not. If you know that the people you're going to be involved with are only short-term partners, and you constantly see the after effect of most of your hookups and your interactions leaving a trail of broken.
So you know they're just showing the you know, text message. I'm not really going to read every text message because I don't have time and I want to get to the hour-long video.
Hearts and disappointed people. That's a moral failing. Look at that behavior and like, yo, you just spend time dating these women and it's just hurting all of them. You have no intentions of committing to most of them. This is all fun. You know, it's nothing responsible. You're irresponsible.
Damn, he got that bitch in the ER. He done broke the bitch heart.
Person, and that reflects on your character. And that to me is almost worse because it shows that you don't care about the people you slept with and who shared that intimate moment with you and recorded it. If you are going to be able to avoid the consequences of it, you'll say and do things behind closed door that are just unbecoming. And if I'm your friend and I see you do that to your other people that you slept with and you call friends, then I can only imagine that even for me, I might not be safe and I can't trust you.
To what he's done.
Voice notes, Interesting. I will say, though, I am a little confused because it seemed like you and this third woman were on like relatively good terms. So what happened for her to want to talk to Libby in this fashion? Is this mainly because she felt like she was done wrong by you? Because it seems like, or she has the perception that you were still talking to Libby while you were still dealing with her. Like, why is she doing this, do you think?
Damn, and this nigga stands up throughout the whole stream. That's crazy.
I'm not entirely sure because we never spoke about it. But from what I gather, it sounds like because I was talking to other women while we were not exclusive, that's what made her upset.
Yeah, so basically what I said already.
I don't mind if, well,
so he said that he wanted to be exclusive with the bitch, but then he was fucking other bitches. So basically that's what made her mad.
Yeah, we are exclusive in that. I'm not seeing other
because
people.
She found out he was fucking Libby and got exposed online for that.
I'm not talking to anyone else, and I don't want to. Like I said to you before, I generally am somebody who's kind of singular in that regards, so that's pretty normal to me. But saying I'm in a relationship feels a bit too soon, and I say that because we've been talking for 3-4 weeks. We've only spent like 2 to 3 days together. The reason why I don't like the idea of saying I'm in a relationship or putting it that way is that I don't have yet to make that kind of commitment label-wise. But behaviorally, I think I understand from your perspective. You're saying you're taking this seriously. I am too. But because I'm taking it seriously, I don't feel comfortable saying I'm in a relationship yet. For me to say I'm in a relationship with somebody would mean that I'm comfortable telling about these people to my family, my friends, or all this stuff, and I'm not. And the reason why is that it feels way too soon, too fast for that. But, on the other side, I don't want you to think that I'm taking it lightly. I'm not. That's why I can say I'm exclusively talking to you. I'm romantically interested in you. I'm not sleeping around with that. So, I don't know if that kind of clears it up for you, if that feels like the answer you don't want, but I also don't want to lie to you and say, yeah, I'm in a relationship. And then, we spend another 3-4 days together and it doesn't work out. Like, I don't like that idea. That seems very empty. So, yeah, let me know how you feel about that answer.
Those two things don't seem to add up. Part 1, the brand. Before getting into the controversy, let's understand the brand.
Damn, I'll say really the main flaw she got is the bottom teeth. But she looked better when she let her hair down like this, though.
His content was built around calling out
She got that shark bait, hoo-ha-ha, on the bottom teeth.
hypocrisy, manipulation, toxic behaviors, and poor treatment of women, amongst other things. Abba frequently argued that character matters more than image.
And unfortunately, we live in a world where optics matter. How you carry yourself matters. The things you say, the choice of words, the way you carry in your personal life, the way the drama spills out, it matters.
That's why so many people respected him. And it's also why this conversation matters. Part 2, Fresh and Fit. When Abba criticized Fresh and Fit in about 60 plus videos, one of his biggest arguments wasn't that they had controversial opinions, but it was that they didn't practice what they preached. They argued that
you got bitches defending Fresh and Fit. Like, that's how you know Abba done fucked up.
Fresh and Fit often acted differently than they claimed men should act.
All right, you want to be a giant hypocrite? Do your thing. Come to find out, this man's telling girls in the DMs that if they want to come on the platform, they have to fuck, and if they don't, he gets upset about it and he gets all pissy. Again, guys, I don't even care that he goes about that way to bang girls. Do whatever you want. You earned your platform. Go ahead. Me, it's the hypocrisy of these ideas. You preach to these men that they have to always seek this thing, that this is the way to live, that this is the best way, but you don't even walk the talk. That's what I find distasteful.
Fresh and Fit accused them of profiting from hit pieces, but Abba and Preach argued that they were just commenting on public behavior. Abba has argued that it's easy to tell people how to live while privately behaving very differently. According to Abba, hypocrisy destroys one's credibility. And this is an important point because we're about to apply that same standard to him. Part 3, Destiny. Abba also publicly distanced himself from Destiny.
When it fucking inevitably blows up in your face, I'm not gonna have no sympathy for you. You can be my friend, my worst enemy, I don't give a fuck. If you engage in behavior repeatedly after you're warned, fuck around and find out, and that's what Steven's doing.
They were friends and collaborators, appearing frequently together for years.
This nigga's so fucking lame, bruh. I'm not even like, I'm not gonna say I dislike Destiny, but he do be on some hoe shit. I guess not hoe shit, but on that gay shit, I don't really fuck with that shit. But like, he actually I guess tried to be friends with Destiny because Destiny got a big following or whatever. It expands his following, and it's just like now he just sliming him. It's crazy.
When they disagreed politically, they had mutual respect.
Somebody in chat said, yeah, man, I'm off Abba and Preach forever. It sucks because I discovered Destiny through them, but bruh, Abba has proven he's got no character. Okay, I know that it's literally impossible to not have like a 100 to 0 take on everything. I think that Abba and Preach are funny. I think that both of them, generally speaking, are like morally upstanding people. I've never heard of any of these people doing some crazy, terrible shit before. Okay, I was irritated. I made a video because I think it was a week in distance to save your own internet reputation, but I don't think he's a terrible, horrible person.
Many viewers considered Abba one of Destiny's closest online friends. But in 2024 to 2025, Destiny was hit with a series of personal scandals, accusations, and lawsuits involving former partners and associates. These events became a huge topic across YouTube and Twitch. ABBA publicly distanced himself rather than defending Destiny or staying neutral. He released a video explaining why he no longer wanted to be associated with him. He said he disagreed with Destiny's lifestyle and personal choices and didn't want to be connected to them. Consequentially, the relationship broke down completely. Destiny and many of his fans felt ABBA had abandoned him when he was under heavy public criticism. Some viewed ABBA's criticism as fair, but others felt he had unfairly judged someone who had previously been a friend. Months later, new allegations involving ABBA's own private life came to light. This includes multiple overlapping relationships, multiple pregnancies, and a massive lack of accountability. Destiny supporters argued that all of this made ABBA look hypocritical because he had criticized.
This bitch wrote a dissertation on this nigga, boy. This bitch wrote a college exam, an entrance exam on this nigga.
Destiny's personal life while engaging in behavior that they viewed as similarly messy and complicated. In addition, during these events unraveling, it also became public that ABBA had dated Lauren De Laguna, who had become a big part of the Destiny controversy.
I am a high libido sexual fucking degenerate, okay? But I try to be respectful. I'm trying to rape people, horny. What do you want me to say? That's it. The problem that I have is that every other motherfucker around me is so fucking horny too, but they all pretend otherwise. The irritating thing is that all this fucking ABBA shit fucking leaks. Lauren De Laguna was fucking reaching out and DMing so many motherfuckers to try to get them to write shit or say shit about me or whatever. Fucking Lauren and ABBA, okay? We're fucking hooking up. Now, when ABBA made his Reddit post on this, he made the first Reddit post, but then when he reposted the messages, he deleted stuff from the messages. And the stuff that he deleted.
So ABBA was fucking Lauren De Laguna. So ABBA was fucking Lauren De Laguna, and apparently she was on Fresh and Fit. I'll show y'all niggas real quick. So ABBA fucked this bitch is what Destiny's trying to tell me. So ABBA fucked this bitch. Hold up. So ABBA hit Lauren De Laguna, old bird face ass. Lord, all right. we gonna check the shorts after this. Apparently, we gonna see more of this woman. I don't know her name, Kiki or whatever fuck her name is.
Some of it seemed to be stuff like reputationally to protect her. Something about her turning people against you, etc. So this point one, I never slept with Lauren or dated her. He deleted the or dated her on number one. I don't know why. And then on the second thing, it says, I've never spoken about you with her, even though she's obsessed with you. And then on two, he edited that to say, I've never spoken about you with her, even though it came up. So now, in my mind, I think what's happening is ABBA, because also keep in mind, ABBA posted to vindicate himself. He is apparently texting her at 1:37 a.m., which would be 12:37 a.m. her time. Lauren, when's the last time I saw you in person? It's been a while. When exactly? What event? I don't know. Why? In Miami. I think on December 12th, 2023. Whose event was it? Destiny. I'm like 99% sure that they're DMing on Discord. They see the thread go up. He's like, let me send you like these texts so that we can show that we haven't hung out or anything. And then after he makes the first thread, Lauren probably gets mad at some of the language, where she's like, don't put that I was obsessed with him. And like, what do you mean we never dated or whatever? And so he's like, okay, hold on. He takes that down. He probably cleans up the language for her and then he reposts. That's my guess.
Destiny alleged that ABBA had a romantic or physical relationship with Lauren while ABBA was publicly criticizing Destiny for having a messy personal life. ABBA criticized Destiny's personal life and suggested that someone's private decisions heavily reflect on one's character. So whether you agree with ABBA or not, his message has consistently been that your actions matter, your treatment of people matters, and taking accountability matters.
And unfortunately, we live in a world where optics matter. How you carry yourself matters. The things you say, the choice of words, the way you carry in your personal life, the way the drama spills out, it matters.
My question for viewers is, does that standard stop with everyone else?
I'm at home raising.
All right. So here we go. The final video. It's an hour long. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to try and get through it all. Can't guarantee it. But this is apparently the full story. Now, we might watch it in like 1.5x speed, depending on how fast she's talking and how well we're going to be able to understand it. So let's get into it.
Instagram at RSLKey. Today I'm sharing my experience.
Okay, so she does.
Hi, my name is
plug
Kiki,
the
and you can find me
IG.
on Instagram at
Ara Selkie. And I did look up the Instagram. I was not able to find it. Ara Selkie. Ara Selkie. Yeah, I wasn't able to find it. Oh yeah, we're supposed to look at the shorts. Hold up. So let me see shorts. All right, so we're getting a little image of what Abba saw, why he was interested in this woman. So let's see. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Lost your keys for 3 days. It's 98 degrees. You're hot as fuck, overstimulated. Hair's a mess, and you need a car to live. You need a car to live.
Oh my god, what am I? Popsicle wrapper. Dude, my fucking keys. I thought there was a bee in here. I'm gonna dive in.
There's somewhere in here. I just fucking. Ow! Oh my god!
So she found the keys. So I see what I was seeing. All right, we're gonna mute that. Hold up, this is the same house, the little wood panel house with the bars on the window. This is the same crib. So this must have been when she moved back in. She got the struggle camera. I don't know if this iPhone or Android. Look like oh no, I guess it is iPhone because she got the blue messages. Yep, grandma crib. She moved back in with grandma. So yeah, she a little petite thing. I thought she was more top heavy than before, but now that I'm seeing it, you know, she was just like a little skinny mini, I guess, and Abba wanted to torch that. That's pretty much what happened, and he got her pregnant, and apparently she miscarried, and or whatever. So let's actually see what the hell went on.
Selkie. Today, I'm sharing my experience with a narcissistic YouTuber with 2 million subscribers who lied about his fertility to multiple women, impregnated multiple women, including myself, and who proceeded.
I ain't gonna lie though.
2 million subscribers who lied about his fertility to multiple women, impregnated.
Not gonna lie, if he impregnated all 3 of them, that's a crazy lineup. That's a crazy baby mama lineup. If he got all 3 of them pregnant and they went through with the pregnancy, that nigga might be the new Nick Cannon.
Multiple women, including myself, and who proceeded to dox all of us.
That's when I meet,
including my 5-year-old daughter.
Like, you couldn't look at one of his baby mamas and be like, oh yeah, that bitch ugly. Like, all his baby mamas is pretty cute. If he really actually ended up getting them to go through with the pregnancy. I mean, you have to look at this nigga and be like, damn, this nigga baby mamas is actually straight.
Everything that is shared here is all alleged, but in order for everything to be easily digestible, I will be including clear timelines and receipts for certain claims. And I request those who watch this video to please do not cyberstalk or harass any of the people mentioned in this video. This is purely to share my experience and to basically give a public warning to any future individuals that may come across this person. And before we get into things, I want to be clear that this is made with complete vulnerability on my end. And with that being said, there will be triggering videos and photos which involve miscarriage. So if you're uninterested in that subject, or you don't want to see the reality of that subject, or you feel like it might be triggering for you, please leave the video or skip ahead over the parts where I show those really graphic things. There will also be a warning prior to showing those photos, so I just wanted to let everyone know. And to be very clear, I'm putting my own thoughts, feelings, emotions, vulnerabilities in this video, and opinions about my experience, which is my constitutional right to do. But anyways, enough of this introduction. Let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, how did we meet? What was his demeanor like? Before I met this individual, I wasn't really familiar with his past. For example, the past issues with other creators such as Fresh and Fit, Destiny, and other, crazy lore that I've come across after the fact. What I thought of this individual was that he was very mature. I thought that he was a very stand-up kind of guy. I thought that he was very kind. I thought he was very honest. His demeanor just comes off as someone who cares about other people. He talks a lot about wanting to be present. He talks about wanting to show up for friends and family and those that he considers loved ones. Before we started talking, I had made a Instagram account, and I found that he has a page on Instagram. He has, I believe, 4 different Instagram accounts. There's one for his main channel, and then there's one for himself, and the other ones I don't know what.
Damn, she put the business channel up. Damn.
He does on those. The one that I followed is probably the main one that most people know about. I came across a video of him dancing with a woman, and she was very curvy, very beautiful. So I decided to comment on it and say something witty. There's this ongoing joke in their community where I guess dancing or doing stuff with women is gay. So I left a comment on that.
That's a ongoing joke? That doing something with a woman is gay? What the fuck is doing? What?
video saying the finger landing on the belly button is anything but gay. He liked it. Well, he hearted the comment. And then on my own page, I had posted a small compilation of photos where one of the clips was of one of their live streams. I think that caught his eye because that was one of the
So she commented on one of his shits, and then he slid in the DMs.
first things that he mentioned when he slid into my DMs. From there, it's all history. After he slid into the DMs, he gave me his phone number. He was very flirty, very goofy, very silly, you know, I would say very charismatic. Our conversations went really nicely, I would say. They were very fun.
Bitches be saying niggas is texting charismatic. That's some crazy shit. When you got 2.2 million subscribers, your texts aren't boring and dry. They're charismatic. How the fuck is a text gonna be charismatic? Man.
For me, throughout our conversations, we would share anything and everything about the things that we want to do, our plans for the future, relationship stuff.
To ask you a side question, since he was asking about me, how well do you find your mental state when you're on a very specific schedule versus when you're not, and how do you feel about it? Let's say like you do prefer one or the other, but you're not in that headspace. So let's say if you prefer a more routine-based thing, and you're not having that. How do you handle that? Tell me.
What we have, like.
This nigga be, oh my God. He's like one of them niggas who try and act introspective to get the pussy. Like, man, how much?
What kind of expectations that we have for potential partners and things of the sort. A few days after we started talking, he wanted to know if I had a passport. I didn't have a passport at that time because my family and I, we've never left the country. Well, one of my family members has been traveling before, so she has one, but most of us haven't. We, you know, stay where we are. We settle down where we are. That's not my intention for my life. I would like to travel more, but at that time I just didn't have a passport. So we started talking about getting one. And my plan was to go through the mailing process, which would take about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks max, maybe 6 weeks. I'm not entirely sure how that process works. He wanted me to do the 24-hour passport service, which was in Washington, D.C. And at the time I was in North Carolina. And to me, it seemed like this person was very interested in me. He was very consistent. He talked, he communicated just very consistently. I was like, okay, this person is interested in me. I had my suspicions, but at the same time, I was like, I need to be more trusting of people. I need to be more open and willing, because prior to this situation, I've had horrible dating experiences. As you know, I'm a single mother. I've been physically assaulted. I've been abused. There's so much that I've experienced in my life that has pushed me to the point where I'm not entirely sure if I even want to pursue romantic relationships anymore, but I wanted to give it a shot. You know, I wanted to try. With the passport situation, it was my job to drive 5 hours to Washington, D.C., pay for the passport, and drive 5 hours back. And so in that day, I drove a total of 10 plus hours.
Damn, he ain't even pay for the bitch gas. He ain't even pay for the passport. He didn't pay for food and lodging. Damn, Abba, you cheap ass nigga.
I had to drive back home at nighttime, and my vision is really bad. It was terrifying for me. It was raining. It was storming. He knew how scared I was and how.
In the car. Fuck, LOL. He said rush hour traffic. She said there's no way I still have 3 hours. I might have to stop and sleep, or STH. I can't stay up. It's raining heavy. He said, hey, I'm calling.
Like.
The nigga called the bitch so she could get the passport so he could fly the pussy out.
Just how terrified I was of doing this. But at the time, I felt like it was worth it because I feel like individuals need to put in effort when they are pursuing a romantic relationship. And doing these sort of actions for me is how I show someone that I care and that I'm interested. As I've mentioned before, he was very consistent with his communication. We would have multiple phone calls, FaceTime calls, Discord calls, and we would talk for hours on end. And he shared a lot of personal things with me that made me feel like he was genuinely interested, that he trusted me. My worries at the time were mainly, why me? Why are you interested in me? I'm a regular person. I have a kid. There's not a lot of people who, especially in his position, want to pursue something with someone in my shoes. And that was...
I mean, he just saw the DSLs. She got clear skin. She looked like a clean bitch. And, you know, she ain't no money. Like, she ain't really real. She didn't figure out how to monetize her beauty until it's too late. And now it's too late. You already got a kid. You already stuck in North Carolina. Like, it's not much you can do.
It's just me being realistic and me trying to be practical because, yeah, why are you interested in me? There's plenty of other gorgeous, beautiful ladies that you could pursue. That was a big part of my worry when we were talking, and he knows about it because he would reassure me. He would tell me that it's okay to need reassurance in the beginning because, you know, you don't know the person. You don't exactly trust them so much. These type of conversations made me open up more. It made me pull down my walls a little bit more. I became more vulnerable with him, and I felt like he was becoming more vulnerable with me. We all know now that that was not the case. At the time, it was March 31st. It was time to go to Montreal, Canada to meet this individual. Everything prior to this meetup was great. The calls, the conversations, the consistency, the communication, it was all great. But after this meetup, all of that went downhill. I've already explained his behavior prior to meeting up. So now I will go deeper in depth on his behavior afterwards. After meeting this individual in Montreal, his communication dipped significantly. It almost ceased to exist.
That nigga got the pussy and was out, boy. He did her so dirty, she starting to call his ass this individual. She ain't even saying Abba no more. She's saying this individual. She hurt.
Every time I would call this individual, it would go straight to voicemail. He would ignore them. He would have an excuse as to why he's not talking, why he can't conversate, why he can't communicate. This dip in communication made me very nervous. It made me anxious. When you are pursuing a romantic relationship with an individual and this person has these certain habits in the beginning, and then you see those habits decline, you have a reaction, and that reaction is not going to be good. You're going to feel like they're not interested anymore. You're going to feel like, oh, maybe they found somebody else. Maybe they're talking to somebody else. These were the kind of thoughts that were going through my head. But I was also very vocal about this. I was very honest about this. He would just tell me that he's just busy with work, he's busy doing his salsa dancing, he's busy editing, or he's going to events, he's doing things with family. He would tell me that he's having several health issues that later I find were just excuses. We still don't know the entire truth to that, honestly, because when we're speaking about these alleged health issues, we already know that there's contradictions with his story of him having an issue with his fertility. This issue with his fertility may possibly be true. We don't know because he's never showed proof of that. He's never shared actual documentation to prove him telling the truth. Unlike all three of us women who have a whole Dropbox, a whole plethora of receipts, and still yet people are treating us like we are liars, scorned women, whatever. This individual, I
mean, you are scorned. Let's keep it a buck. You are scorned. But, I mean, I ain't gonna say she's lying about anything. Only thing that I was thinking is, like, maybe these hoes are lying about actually being pregnant, but then she got the ultrasounds and all that kind of shit, so she's definitely backing it up. I think Libby didn't give enough evidence, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember because it's been so long, but I don't think she gave enough evidence to convince me that she actually was ever pregnant, but we'll see.
Has claimed a lot of health issues and uses it for his own benefit. It may be true that he has health problems, but he's an individual who uses it for his own benefit to get his way or to push a narrative that may or may not be true or maybe half true. We don't entirely know. During our meetup, we had consensual intercourse. I know there's individuals online who are claiming that me or the other women are claiming that he had stealthed them. That is not true. None of us have claimed that he stealthed us. It was an anonymous individual who came forward. She is not public, so I don't think I have any business putting her face out there. Unless she wants to come out, that will be her choice. But back to what I was saying. During our trip, we had consensual intercourse. I did ask about condoms. He said he doesn't like them. They don't feel right, or they're not for him. Audio cut here, but I was just saying that this was a point of a lot of criticism of people online that were saying that why would you trust someone who you just met and not wear condoms? I do agree with that. Okay, I do. The only thing that I can say to this is that I trusted him. I trusted that he wasn't.
She a little goer. That's why she trusted it, because she's a goer. And she knew that if she didn't go right then and there, then it was OV and he wasn't going to be fucking with her. Like, I mean, Abba ain't even trying the old, okay, first time with a condo, next time I ran out of condos. Like, he ain't even trying that one. He just straight up, yeah, I don't fuck with condoms. And they going. So, I mean, y'all ain't really demanding him to put on a condom, so why the fuck would he?
Sleeping around, that he was being honest, and that he was a safe person, and it turned out to be false. I was wrong, and that's all I can say.
I've already spoken in the past about my issues with condom use. It's not something I'm proud of or whatever it is, but that's just the truth. It ain't pretty, but I mean, you're not.
After the consensual intercourse, he suggested that I take the Ella pill, which is basically like another Plan B pill. He took me to the pharmacy down the street from his place. He paid for it, and I immediately took it. But as we all know, the Plan B pill does not work if you've already ovulated. So after my trip, after I left, a couple weeks later, I find out that I'm pregnant. I think I told him a couple days after I found out, because at that time he was telling me,
damn, so he got her to take the Plan B and she still got pregnant. Fuck.
How much he's having, difficulty sleeping, he's having health issues, and I was like, this is probably not the time. This is probably not a good time to tell you this information because you might have an aneurysm. I eventually tell him, I show him the pregnancy test. I send him pictures of it because I feel like if you meet someone one time, right, and they tell you they're pregnant, you're going to want to have proof. You want to be for sure. I sent him pictures of the test and I told him, here, I'm sending this to you because you probably need to see it. He told me immediately he didn't need to see it, that he believed me. Remember that whenever this
I'm dead.
fertility lie comes up again.
Now I would say, guys, you don't have to believe, like, do not believe off rip just because she sent you a picture of the little pregnancy test. That's what I will say.
Okay, after I told him about the pregnancy, his words and his actions never really aligned. His words said one thing, but his actions said another. He would claim that he would support me, that he would be involved, that he would co-parent, but his actions...
Mind you, he was probably trying to de-escalate her pregnancy while at the same time de-escalating Libby's pregnancy too, because they both got pregnant around the same time, allegedly.
to me after, as I've said before, after the meetup. He would ignore my calls. He would give me so many excuses as to why he cannot communicate with me. He would text every now and then, but it wasn't consistent the same way as it was prior to meeting. He seemed to have a lot going on at the time. I had so many worries and concerns. I felt like it was maybe my fault that I was pushing him away, making him feel a little bit overwhelmed. You'll see in a lot of the messages, you may have already seen some of them. I would apologize for a lot of things. I would try to reassure him constantly. I would tell him very nice things about himself to make him feel better. These were just my attempts to try to save something that was never really there to begin with. You can take everything with a grain of salt. I don't have any proof of these phone calls. He let me know that this wasn't really a choice that he would make. He would rather me get an abortion, just like the previous 2 women that he was with. Despite him telling me that he would rather me get an abortion, he did make it clear that it is the woman's choice. And I also told him that I would respect any decision that he made. I'm already a single mother. I decided that if this wasn't something that he was comfortable with, that he just wasn't ready for, I'm fine with him just walking away. And I let him know. I said, you have multiple choices that you could take. But in one of his videos that he posted about me, he lied and said that I told him to disappear.
After talking.
Damn. So, I mean, she was down with getting the abortion, and this nigga just putting his foot in his mouth like, nigga, stop talking on the hoes after you done already stomped them out. Like, just stop talking on them, bro. That's all he had to do was just stop talking.
For a few weeks, we meet up. She ends up getting pregnant, wants to keep it. I'm supportive, despite her offering for me to disappear and not be involved.
Please show me where I said that. But I never told him to disappear. And if that is true, so-called king of receipts, please show that where I said you can disappear. I don't care. I'll do this by myself. I would like to see it. If that exists, I would like to see it. And then around this time when I found out that I was pregnant and a little bit before that happened, there was a lot of online stalking and harassment going on. More so after I found out that I was pregnant. They were going crazy in my DMs. They were saying a lot of nasty things about,
damn, getting pregnant after 2 months is crazy work. While being a deadbeat mother already, but child support is child support, I guess.
being a single mother.
Damn, they was cooking her. So word on the street is she's like 10 years younger than him, American, and already has 1 child. I'm hearing the kid is mostly being raised by other family members. Now it's looking like Abba might be baby daddy number 2. They only started dating like 2 to 3 months ago. Very quick, very sudden. Also, I'm not posting pics, but apparently her IG is already gone after someone dropped it on Discord. All alleged, though. I saw her photos, and she looks white trash. Damn. They call her white trash.
About needing child support and whatnot. A lot of this was exposed at the time that I was miscarrying and going through so much, and it was just crazy. That's why I clarified a lot in those original videos that I'm a single working mother. For the last 6 years, I've been doing it by myself. There's no child support involved. I'm aware that, these people in these like red pill communities, they're kind of disengaged from reality. Like, I think there's a lot of mental illness online. These people that claim to be in these communities, they're not really in touch with reality. There's also a teeny tiny suspicion that the individual that I was dating was possibly behind exposing me. The times where I found out that people were posting my other social medias, like trying to dox me, he was sending it to me. He tried to accuse my cousin of sharing this information that we're seeing each other and whatnot. My social media is very small. The original account that I was on only had family and friends on there. There's other people that I suspect, but Abba is definitely on there because you didn't like that I was posting you. I don't know. I feel like it's a probability that he wanted to get his lick back a little bit because he did not like that. He told me he told me that he didn't really like that, which is fine. I can understand that. So I apologized to him. I did apologize to him. I told him, okay, I'm not going to do that again. That can make somebody uncomfortable. So I deleted them. I took it off. Those are the reasons why I kind of suspect that he may have been involved with exposing me. Come on, 16 followers. Who's going to share my information like that? Nobody. Now we'll be getting into the topic of miscarriage and pregnancy loss. So if you don't want to see any graphic images, videos, anything that might trigger you, or you're just not interested, please skip ahead. With all of the stress and anxiety of the stalking harassment, the inconsistencies with Abba and everything started to affect me internally, and I started to miscarry sometime at the end of April, early May. These are
so she didn't even get the abortion. She just straight miscarried. Says, I'm at urgent care. You didn't say you were at urgent care. You said you were feeling cramps and a headache. My bad. I honestly didn't process you were at urgent care. I thought I went to talk or I thought you went to a walk-in clinic for a checkup. Sorry. Oh, so sorry for that. I did not realize things got worse, so you won't respond. You don't want me to text, but you are, and you kept texting when it was to say how upset you are. The bleeding increased this morning. I had to go ASAP. This is all that matters.
Exchanges during the time that I was miscarrying and going to urgent care.
I'll let you know if I do go into ER. Hey, what happened? Intense cramping, more bleeding, heavy. Yes, go. Don't let anyone dissuade you. Don't let them dismiss you.
In the ER, my daughter was with me, and he knew.
What'd they say? And the ultrasound nurse took much more pictures and took a long time, made weird faces. They won't tell me anything. Has to be a doctor. Okay, let's not read into it too deeply is what he meant. What matters is you trusted yourself and went to the hospital. If this was serious and something happened to you while you're alone with
about it, and he knew how much it was affecting both of us. These were the
so that message ends. No, I didn't bring anything. I wasn't prepared for this. Try asking the nurse some, maybe. Let them know you might need to call for help. I'm getting more scared. Hey, you'll be okay. Breathe. It's okay to be scared. Giving blank a big hug. I think that's the daughter. I'm here too. Or give blank a big hug. So that's two times people who care. She did hug me when I started crying and wiped my tears. Sweet girl trying to stop. She said, and then he says,
type
she's
of exchanges
awesome.
that
This nigga talking about the bitch daughter now. Remind me, oh, she's awesome. Remind me her how cool she is and strong. She gets it from you, FYI. Thank you. I told her, let me know. The doctor said I had a miscarriage most likely, and that's what I'm experiencing with the heavy bleeding. He says, so it's not ectopic. She said, my HCG went from 119 to 80 something, not likely. He said, good, that's the most important. I'm sure you're feeling a lot, but I was worried for your safety first. I'm
made
sorry.
me think that he cared, but again, his actions.
She said, or he said, you were right to go. She said, it's for the best. I'm sure you're relieved. He said, don't say that right now. I've spent the day worrying about your well-being. I know you're upset. She said, sorry. He said, it's okay. It's all at once. Most important thing is you and the child are safe. Her daughter. Yeah, it's okay if you don't want to stay in contact. Enjoy your trip to Africa. This nigga was lying, talking about he was going to Africa. This nigga Abba ain't shit.
Showed something
Telling a bitch he going to Africa. That nigga ain't been to the motherland in a minute.
else. He was even comforting me when I told him that my daughter blamed herself for
Oh, hold on. I want to run that one back.
scared, but again, his actions showed something else. He was even
Enjoy your trip to Africa and happy birthday. He said, stop. Let's get you better and healthier. Well, we'll keep talking and not out of guilt. I want to. Are we clear? Sure. But why? He said, you can call me later and ask me right now your health. And she said, okay.
comforting me when I told him that my daughter blamed herself for the miscarriage.
So the daughter blamed herself for the miscarriage.
Again, his actions showed something else. He was even comforting me when I told him that my daughter blamed herself.
Blank is sad and thinks it's her fault. She keeps asking me. She can't understand, so I told her, God took baby back to heaven because it wasn't ready yet, and we'll see baby next time. Cheering her up with a milkshake and Happy Meal. We'll watch Finding Nemo before bed. See, Abba, I told you to get her a value meal card, gift card for McDonald's. What the hell, Abba? You ain't shit.
For the miscarriage, but then he would do.
He said that's horrible. Oh shit.
But again, his actions showed something else. He was even comforting me when I told him that my daughter blamed herself for the miscarriage. But then
he said that's horrible. Blank a big blessing in many people's lives. She don't cause misfortune like that. He said I told her, or she said I told her I'll call you after 9:30. He said okay, but let's not have any conversations about the future right now. I'm exhausted and I have a million things to do before I leave. So let's talk about that when I have a minute to breathe.
He would do things like this. He would post the
I went to my brother's wedding and now I'm acting brand new. Value.
These photos on Instagram, on YouTube, value, feeling brand new.
That nigga was happy as fuck.
He would post these photos on Instagram, on YouTube.
She thought them were subtweets. She thought them were subtweets at her posting value. I'm feeling like a new man. I don't have no baby on the way. She thought that nigga was subtweeting her ass. I'm dead. Feels like you're constantly upset with me now. You don't say much on calls and you get mad if I don't text back fast enough. She said, I really do think I was nothing to you. He said, I see, so that's where this energy is coming from. She said, I feel ridiculous for thinking there was anything. He said, you've been feeling this whole time.
Value, feeling brand new, and this is all.
Since the 15th, I think I'm stupid. He said, if you want to get on a call to talk, then you can say everything. I'm not into handling this stuff via text. You're frustrated and upset with me, and I feel like texting will make it worse. She said, how can I fall for someone who didn't even want a relationship with me but can put me through this without a care? Posting kombucha memes.
All during the time that I was miscarrying.
I sent it to Abba too, and he's not even responding to caring, LOL. He just posted a story on IG, a guy singing about some kombucha. And I guess she's talking to her cousin right here.
I kept him updated on my health and the doctor's appointments, and he seemed to care, he seemed to worry, but just the way that he described my situation in one of his videos,
She just ended up having a miscarriage.
it's clear that he never really cared. He didn't have any empathy for me whatsoever. The fact that he doxed me and my child, my 5-year-old daughter, it makes the situation more clear for me how he spoke about me and the way that he treated me afterwards.
Also sent him a voice note. Interesting. I will say, though, I am a little confused because it seemed like you and this third woman were on like relatively good terms. So what happened for her to want to talk to Libby in this fashion? Is this mainly because
she's saying because he smashed her unprotected and lied about fucking other bitches unprotected, in some jurisdictions it can be called rape by fraud. Nick, bruh. All right now, hoes. Y'all know. All right, y'all. We were on Abba's ass, but now y'all need to calm the fuck down. Grape by fraud, bitch. You gave up the pussy. You was fucking with him because he was famous. Then you realized the nigga didn't give a fuck about you after you miscarried. That nigga had a sigh of relief, and that's that. We ain't even gonna be talking about no damn grape.
she felt like she was done wrong by you? Because it seems like, or she has the perception that you were still talking to Libby while you were still dealing with her. Like, why is she doing this, do you think?
I'm not entirely sure because we never spoke about it. But from what I gather, it sounds like because I was talking to other women while we were not exclusive, that's what made her upset.
Yeah, so basically what I said already.
I don't mind if, well, my thing is, yeah, we are exclusive.
So we
and
heard
I'm not
this
seeing other
many
people. And I'll be normal to when we spend. I think I understand. I'm not taking it and say.
During my miscarriage, he went on a trip to Africa to his brother's wedding. He would complain about the roaming fees being like $100. But he was constantly on social media. He was posting value. It was upsetting for me, but I felt like I couldn't complain to him or I couldn't say anything because he would always tell me that he's having these health issues. So as to not add onto the burden of that, I just decided to keep a lot of things to myself at that point. But I did mention it to him that consistency is lacking, communication is lacking. There's something going on, there's something wrong. There, in fact, was something wrong because before I get into these next voice messages and texts, one will be from him and one will be from me. I want to explain that if you look at this date, Friday, April 10th, this was the day that he was crashing out on his ex-girlfriend, Libby, for her having an Instagram account and calling her a cheater, which was one of the things that he mentioned in his live stream. But I want everyone to note that during this time, he was telling me that he was having...
Shout out to King David for Christ. He's up in the building. He said, Abba the fake imp. Abba over here trying to be future. Everything Abba and Preach criticize others about, they ended up becoming exactly.
health issues, that it's possibly my fault. And in the next voice messages, you will hear how frustrated I was. And I start listing out all of the things that he's doing in his life that may be affecting his health. But now I know that it was just him crashing out that day because he was upset that his ex-girlfriend had a baddie Instagram.
Just, I literally ended the live and I didn't touch anything else. And I just slid into bed. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I just need to rest because like I'm losing my mind. And this not sleeping thing is just not good for me at all. So I'm just trying to fix it. I don't want to make any impulsive decisions or decide anything right now.
And Abba got pressed because she had a baddie Instagram. I mean, nigga, so at the end of the day, like, if you want to deal with bad bitches, they gonna show it off. And, you know, niggas in the red pill can say, oh, well, my bitch ain't gonna be posting this and my bitch ain't gonna be posting that. Oh, yeah, all right, nigga. I mean, shit, at the end of the day, either she fucking with you or she ain't. You supposed to have that Mosciano to where if she moves on with another nigga or she deals with another nigga or you catch her dealing with another nigga, then it's OV. But she's supposed to have the fear of God fucking with another nigga, not because you gonna do something, but to lose you. So if you ain't got no Mosciano like that and you scared because a bitch posting a little cleavage, shit, nigga, I mean, obviously you don't want your bitch posting certain shit because you're thinking that she advertising for niggas, and that could be the case. You know, that's what we talk about in the red pill and stuff, especially in the early stages. But I mean, at the end of the day, when you got a bad bitch, she gonna show it off. So and she's gonna want that validation online. I mean, it's part of dating now as men. So, you know, you can put her in a category or you can do what you want with it. But if I was Abba and Callie or Libby, whatever her name is, started posting, you know, or I found out she had a baddie Instagram, I would have tried to use it. He didn't even think about, okay, maybe I can use it in this way. Maybe I can do da. Like, he ain't even thinking. His mind didn't even see. This how I know that Abba is not really P, because his mind didn't go to pimping. His mind went to, oh God, the bitch ain't who I thought she was, and it's the baddest bitch that I would have ever gotten, and she's not who I thought she was.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of us. I don't know if I have other things going on, but I just don't have anything emotional, anything. I just, even today during the stream, I felt jumpy. I felt snappy. My mood was off. I just don't feel good at all.
In this entire text exchange between Libby and Abba, he is just berating her, belittling her, telling her that she's a cheater, that she never loved him, demanding for her to send him back almost $10,000. And he's just being...
Yeah, he tripping, nigga. I would have put my pimping shoes on. I would have said, oh, so you posting all them pictures, you ain't breaking Gator off? You ain't breaking the pimping off? What the heck? Hey, man, that nigga should have channeled his inner Cat Williams when he found out the bitch was selling pussy. He should have goddamn went straight into business mode, nigga. Straight into accounting mode, nigga. How much did you make this week off of Simps, bitch? Send me 90%. You already know what the deal is.
Absolutely horrible, malicious, and disgusting in these text messages. And this is no different to how he treat her during their relationship. And I'll be going deeper in depth on this in another video, but I just wanted to be clear that this is how he is and how he was to her when they were together, which is why all of this spiraled in the way that it has. The reason why I'm showing these is to emphasize the fact that while he's telling everyone else that his ex-girlfriend is a cheater, telling everyone else that we were not exclusive, he's actually lying straight to your faces. He crops things out of context. He lies to his viewers and he's getting away with it. A lot of his viewers started attacking her and attacking us for coming out with all of this information. Personally, I think a lot of his words to her is just projection. He says that she's a pathological liar, that she's a cheater. This is your idea of love. In reality, it's him. He's the one that's pathologically lying. He's the one that is cheating. He's going behind women's back, sleeping with other women and not telling them that he is sleeping around, tricking them into unprotected sex, saying that he has low sperm count or that he's infertile or that he just doesn't like condoms. He makes himself seem like a stand-up type of person to his viewers, that he is someone that people can look up to, when in reality, he's doing all the things that he talks down on in his personal life. He's criticized Destiny. He's criticized Fresh and Fit. He's criticized a lot of men who have mistreated women, and he's spoken about how pregnancy, hormones, after pills, all of this can affect a woman's body. He's spoken about how treating women with dignity and respect is extremely important, and yet he's doing all of this behind the scenes. Look at how he's talking to her. Look at how he's treated me. Look at how he's lied about me. Look at how he's lied about Libby. This is the true Abba. That is in my humble opinion. I'd also like to emphasize how during this time he was crashing out on his ex-girlfriend. He was telling me that he's having health issues, as I said before. And in the next clips after this text exchange, I will be showing you my reaction to him telling me that he's having a bad day, that he hasn't been sleeping. And in this reaction, I'm telling him how there's so many things before me that is affecting his health. He drinks so much alcohol during his streams. He doesn't sleep. He has an irregular sleep schedule. He only works out through salsa, and all of these things can drastically affect someone's health, especially the fasting, eating one meal a day, the lack of working out that he does. His health is shot. And this is why I say his health issues may or may not be true.
So rather than say something stupid to you or to myself, I just want to sleep. It's fucking 5 p.m. and Friday. Just pray that tomorrow's a better day. So that's all I have for you right now. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna be nice. So for one, the alcohol. You drink a lot of alcohol, okay? And you drink it before bed. All right, we all know alcohol is poison. We all know it affects our sleep. Boom. There's one issue. 2, you overwork yourself. You're working all day, every day. You don't take a break. You go to dance class and you dance multiple days a week for hours on end. Boom. 2 or 3 things. On top of that, you're using electronics constantly before bed while you're in bed. 4 things right there. All right. I don't know. There could be some other things as well that I am not aware of. But just off the top of my head, those are the 4 things that I can think of immediately from what I have seen in person and over FaceTime and over your stream. Okay. Personally, I don't think you've been prioritizing your health very well. You're up late. You don't go to sleep until like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning.
Damn.
You wake up around 12 or 1. And then you're fasting. Boom, 5 things. You're fasting constantly. You're eating 1 meal a day if you're not fasting. What do you think that does to your body? What do you think that does? Trust me, I've been there. I like taking showers. I would almost faint from how little that I was eating. You think working your ass off the way that you do, on top of the way that you're eating, is helping? Like, sincerely. Like, I don't know if any of your friends have like mentioned this to you, but like, someone's gotta say it. Someone's gotta tell you something. Like, you need to.
Damn, she's spazzing on that nigga, telling him what to do, like she his mama.
Your health a little bit better than you are currently. And I mean, you're working out. That's good. But that's on top of working, doing dance, fasting, drinking alcohol, and all the other things. Okay? So yes, your heart rate is gonna go up. Your heart rate's gonna go up, especially with the fasting. You need to have a proper diet. You need to have proper amounts of proteins, fats, and carbs in your diet. Intermittent fasting is fine. I've done it. But you really need to balance this shit out. Genuinely. And me catching the fade, even though I fell asleep at 7 p.m. last night, right? I left you alone. We had the phone call. We were on the same page about going slow, about not being in a relationship, all this, and that's fine. But I don't want to catch your fade for something that I'm not causing. I did not make you stay up all day today. I didn't. And the first thing I hear back from you is another worrisome voice message about making impulsive decisions, if it's about us or me or whatever. Look, I'm trying to give you a proper amount of space because I can be overbearing. And I understand that. And I don't want to put more stress on you than you already have. And which is what I'm trying to do. But I need to be straight with you. The shit that you're doing, it's not good for your health.
Damn, she's stepping on that nigga health.
Simply isn't. Go to the doctor. I almost cried earlier because I sent you messages earlier this morning, right? The last message I sent was around noon. I didn't message you at all for the rest of the day. The first thing I hear back from you is that, which is not a problem. I don't have a problem with you venting to me or with telling me that you're not feeling well and you're struggling with stuff. But like, don't throw me under the bus when there's a million other things before me that is affecting how you're sleeping. like, and now I'm in a state of being upset because what the fuck did I do? What did I do? I'm laughing because if I don't laugh, I'm either gonna cry or just like start shaking. And I'm already shaking a little bit. Like reassess the behaviors, the habits that you have in your life right now. That I don't fucking know, man. But needless to say, with all of this going on, my feelings started to decline drastically. Like every time that I contacted this person, talked to this person, just interacted with this person, it would stress me out. It would give me anxiety. It would cause me constant worry. I was crying so often that being involved with this person wasn't adding anything to my life. In fact, it's taken more than added anything whatsoever. That's when in early May, his ex-girlfriend, Libby, came out with a video talking about her pregnancy. After this point in time, everything got worse for me because I went through a lot of mind fucks. I went through so much confusion that it was debilitating. I was not leaving the house. I was not eating. I wasn't doing anything. After this ex-girlfriend came out with her video about her pregnancy with him, he immediately told me that this person was blackmailing him. This individual was a stalker, harassing him, his friends, his family. At the time, I was like, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. And I believed him. And I was like, that's a horrible thing to go through. But, thinking back on it, I remember his conversation with me about his ex-girlfriend from December, because he's told me that he had an ex-girlfriend as recent as December. And we had started talking in March. I was like, wow, that's pretty soon to be moving on, and you say that it was a pretty serious relationship. He said that the relationship ended in December of 2025 and that it only ended because they had different views on like the future, family planning, whatever. When he was telling me all of this, he never had anything negative to say about his ex-girlfriend, Libby. He either stayed neutral or he said positive things about the relationship. But then when she comes out with a video, he took a 180. Now he's telling me that she's a blackmailer, she's crazy, she's a stalker. But at that point, I was going through a miscarriage and I didn't have the emotional capacity to really care. Well, I didn't exactly pretend to care. I did care. But during this time, I was experiencing the miscarriage and I was dealing with a lot of stuff internally. So it would take a lot of energy for me to show a lot of care and enthusiasm with all of this coming out. All I could do for him was listen, say like, I'm sorry that happened to you. I told him things like, I'm sorry that happened to you. And I even recommended to him what he should do with all of this. Like I told him, if this is a serious situation where somebody is blackmailing you, stalking you, harassing you, maybe you should post timelines to prove their claims wrong. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. All he wanted to do was live stream showing her sex, sending fans to sexually harass her on her social medias, dox her workplace where she lived. On top of that, he attacked her childhood traumas and he used suicide and self-harm and mental health as a way to discredit her. Without going too far into it, he has a lot of contradictions about his ex-girlfriend, and those will be coming to light very soon. But anyway, since we're at the point where the ex-girlfriend came out and he gave me this different explanation on what type of ex-girlfriend she is, I was in a state of confusion. I was going through the miscarriage. I was going through all these health problems. I was going to the ER. I really didn't have a clue what was going on. I wasn't necessarily watching everything in detail. I had a lot of things that I had to take care of. But after seeing his live stream, there was a part of me that got the ick because why are we talking about this? Why, like all the things that he mentioned in his video, why are we talking about this? Like my thoughts about his live stream were, I was in a big state of confusion because at the time I was like, okay, so this person is stalking and harassing you, but why do you still have her number? Why do you still have her pictures? Why do you still contact her? And you've been contacting her the entire time that we've been talking? What? The entire time that I was pregnant? The entire time that I was miscarrying? In the next video that I'm going to post, I will be talking about those contradictions, but he was crashing out on her for her Instagram account.
And like just being that shit of a person to have a girl pregnant in that moment. And think about your fucking Instagram, because like no one's allowed to have any fucking fun except for him.
A couple days before I told him about the pregnancy. So I was pregnant during the time that he was calling her.
So like she's talking about the overlap of the other bitches that he had. We're gonna try and get through it. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'm definitely gonna speed it up. So, because we gotta cut this thing, because she talking, boy. She talking.
A cheater, calling her slurs, sending her spam messages about this Instagram account that she made after they broke up. I wanted to be supportive of him going through this because I was still, I was still connected with him at the time. I was going through the miscarriage. There was still an attachment, I will say. There was still an attachment, and it took me a while to detach. But then I think I saw a video of the ex-girlfriend talking about another woman that reached out to her, and at the time I was so confused. I thought she was talking about me. I thought she was saying that I was talking to her, but no, it turns out there was a different woman that he was messing with since 2021.
Pregnant in December 2022, and he had sent me an STD test prior, and also he has told me he had a kidney disease, and in his words, kids just aren't happening for him.
Fine. So I had healthy checkups and I had some health issues. So I went to the doctor. That's what they told me. There's years between these periods.
Well, she told me this. She told me that you had also told her you were on some medication that will make you infertile, but that's like not the case. That's like really bad.
Listen, I don't want to publish my own medical information and what the doc told me. 2.5 years ago, I went to the doctor, and essentially, I won't get to the long gist of the conversation because it's none of your fucking business.
I do, however, believe today that he's a liar.
This woman, she also got pregnant sometime in 2021 or 2022. I forget. But she also got an abortion, and she had contacted the ex-girlfriend. But at the time, because I was going through such a mindfuck, because I was so confused, I didn't know what was going on, and Abba was telling me one thing. I was just like, oh my God, she's talking about me. And his explanation about Steph, because it finally clicked that, oh, there's another one? Huh? He told me that this individual was someone that he only went on 2 dates with. This woman is somebody that he's known since 2021, who got pregnant, got an abortion, and he was meeting her while talking to me. He flew her out about a week and some change before he flew me out. He was telling me that he wasn't sleeping around, he wasn't talking to anyone, that we were exclusive romantically, physically, whatever. He told me all of this and then flew out another woman, raw dogged her, put me at risk for STDs. You think I'm not thinking about that right now? I am. And this is how I found out about the crime called rape by fraud, which if you look up, a lot of this could have fallen under that, rape by fraud. A lot of jurisdictions.
Damn, she really is standing on that rape by fraud shit too, bro.
Consider this a criminal act, but it depends on, you know, the circumstances. I would say that sleeping around and possibly giving somebody an STD, that can fall under rape by fraud. I'm just gonna let that float in the air for a little bit. I don't appreciate somebody lying to my face, putting my health at risk. An STD is just another layer on top of that. But as I said before, I trusted this individual. He said he's clean. I get myself tested. If anyone asks me for those test results, I give it to them. That's kind of the base, the foundation that I was at the time when I was seeing this individual. I was like, okay, we're two adults. We're honest with each other. We communicate. I don't have any reason to suspect that he's a dirty individual, that he's sleeping around, that he's doing all of this. So I just wanted to clarify that that was another thing that I have an issue with, and is why that I'm speaking out this much. And with all of the stalking and harassment that was going on, he told me that it was his ex. Some of the profiles, the Instagram profiles, belonged to her. But later we find out that that's not true. Those accounts are fake accounts made by whoever the fuck. But there were a couple accounts that had the same email, because we tried to log into that shit, and I hope you're watching this. We found—
Okay, so he was just lying about fucking other bitches. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of everything else that she says. We pretty much just wanted to know more about the details of the pregnancy, and it now looks like she's starting to post more content of her vlogging, moving on after this situation. She got 37,000 views from exposing Abba in that hour-long video. So moral of the story is Abba was trying to grandstand and lecture people online and trying to be this moral high ground, and shaped himself into like some type of superiority figure in the online space, and he got exposed. He got exposed by all the bitches that he was trying to fuck with, and they all linked up like Voltron, and they're coming at his ass at every angle. He's fucking Preach's bag up because they have a joint YouTube channel, and he's one half of that. And now his character and now his discernment is being brought into question as the channel gets less and less views. They create less and less content together. Preach actually created his own channel that he is posting on more than the joint Abba and Preach channel. And he does like car stuff on there and all types of just other things that he's interested in. But Preach is definitely distancing himself from Tinder Dick Abba, and Abba's fall from grace needs to be studied, because it's one of the biggest falls from grace, especially how popular he was, how popular his channel was, and how much of a moral authority people held him up to be, only for him to succumb to the same types of things that he was calling out red pill men for doing. But you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship request to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so no paying on ties, man. Y'all need to be in your motherfucking name with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.